Hey, welcome to Rum and Coke Night. I'm gonna actually call it from now on Scotch Night. Got my good stuff, the Glenlivet 12. Breaking into the
Hashtag
good
humble
stuff.
brag.
Yeah, look at that. Well, no, not humble brag, because kind of, because I have it, but I didn't buy this for me. God's auditor got this for me. That's how little I'm
Yeah.
drinking. Drinking of it. I've already started. That's a little much. I haven't drank much of it because it's so good. I kind of want it to last. So
Steve, there's no sound.
I can.
It's working fine.
Yeah, what I'm talking about. I got meters. My meters say it's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
There's no sound on the intro because, again, for the folks who didn't pay attention last time, the music
Oh,
on my
that might be
intro
good.
was triggering a demonetization thing, content ID ineligible, so I don't have any no intro music. So, anyways, I got my Scotch rocks too, and this
I'm
is show
looking at
glass.
this. I'm looking at this really
Yes.
cute picture of this dog that was raised by cats and now sits like a cat.
Doggy. Can I kick that one?
No, it's not a puppy anymore.
Oh, that's right. Once they
It's an
grow up,
adult.
it gets no fun. It loses. They don't have as much aerodynamic.
Yeah, they don't fly as far.
Yeah, bummer. I
Not
know.
as puntable.
Poor sweet heathen. She put a picture of me up with a puppy that I wasn't kicking. Ruined my whole image. I was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
How could she betray you like that?
Right? I don't know. It's women. It happens. I mean, if you're gonna show me with a puppy, it better be at least like 6 feet in the air. All right. Anyways, guys, so this is a open hangout. If you want to come in, I will give you the link. If I know who you are and vet you, Josh can give you the link. Moon, I already gave you the link through your DM. So this is a hangout to discuss drinking and what we just did.
I love
So,
Moon.
well, I told her to come in.
No. Letty is talking about there's a dog, there's a wolf or a dog. I think he's a husky, and he's called Moon on
Oh.
the internet, and he's just the really derpiest looking. He just does derpy things. So if you go to Google and just type in "damn it Moon," it'll just memes.
Yeah, Moon, you were invited. I have avoided. I'm already started drinking. You were invited because if you look at your Twitter DMs, it's there. So, but I thought we
I'll
would have.
send it to our on the hated Discord. How about that?
Whoa!
Yeah, I don't do Discord unless I absolutely have to.
Who Discord? Who dis?
Yeah, if anybody ever says, like Jess said, if anybody says, "Well, Steve is on Discord saying this," question it.
I'll question them immediately, no matter what it is even if what they've said made complete sense. I'm calling bullshit because Steve's never on Discord.
I go on occasionally, but it's very, very rare, and I don't know. But all right, so what do you guys got for us as far as questions from live chat? And like I said, come on in. This is your opportunity. We're going to be hopefully starting up NonSequitur soon. Hopefully, we'll get signed up to us soon. I'm trying to get everything out of the way, so anybody who's a fan, like donated especially, they know what's going on. I think I've explained it a million times, and I've certainly through those emails showed that Kyle was lying his ass off. Everything I said, I can back up. There, substantiate. I wouldn't have gone to court if I couldn't. If I thought if I did any kind of malfeasance, I wouldn't have gone to court. So anybody running any kind of script that I did anything for tax evasion or for medical evasion, or I guess that would be fraud, or where's the other one? I didn't start the channel. They're lying. It's just straight up lying. There's no excuse for it at this point.
Did Kyle ever apply to anything with the courts? Did he ever try to apply for a change of venue or anything?
You know what? I could ask anybody in that hangout to answer that. They all know the answer.
No.
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 He hasn't filed shit with the court. If you look at the case, the only people that have filed are Steve's lawyers and the court itself.
Yep.
Literally.
Yeah, so all that stuff he's going to do about vacating the judgment, and he was just he messed up and he wasn't able to do it, and he was going to do something else. All that was nonsense. He never even hired a lawyer.
I'm drinking a screwdriver. It's vodka and orange juice.
Sandra says, "I love the hangouts. I have the best memory. So being part of the hangout kicks butt." You're on my mailing list. I sent out invites to the entire mailing list of people I've already vetted. Any one of them come in. So.
Does anybody who's in the chat right now, like in the call right now,
Yeah,
have any
somehow I
questions?
snuck through.
Did you have a question too?
No.
Did you want anything you want to ask? No.
I have no idea. I'm just trying to make sure my connection's good because
You don't even know what we're doing. It's
lagging.
okay.
So I'm guessing that's an issue with me.
He gets so lost. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
We need to
that's fair.
we need to name a drink. Since I have a drink named after me, humble brag, in Sweden, Cheshire needs to have a drink called the Cheshire.
So
Hi,
let's be real here.
everybody.
Hi, Moon.
Hello. If there's a
Hi.
drink named after me, it's probably going to be called the Goblin.
No, we're just gonna call it like vodka. That's pretty much what it is. Just
Okay,
vodka.
there needs to be two. One of them needs to be like a bubblegummy spicy drink, and that would be the Cheshire, and it'd have to be like pinky purple colored.
Sounds
And then the
delish.
Goblin one would need to be green.
Midori. Yeah. Moon, the newest of the shills. What'd you think of the my last hangout? I mean, you got why I had to show certain things. I didn't have a lot of correspondence because a lot of stuff we talked about was verbal. But do you think that I backed up everything that I said from the beginning?
I always have. I feel like tonight you just physically showed it, but I feel like you've been nothing but consistent. Chesh and I were talking about that earlier today in DMs, where I was telling her that some of the nonsense that I'm seeing going around in the narratives being thrown out there, for me, it's like maybe I didn't see it go down at the time because I'm newer to the community, but at the same time, everything I've seen from Steve, my personal experiences with Steve show nothing but consistency and honesty, and that's all I have to go by, and that's what I'm going by. So, I understand you did what you had to do. I'm proud of you. I think you're doing an amazing job, and I think it takes a lot of heart and a lot of effort to come through everything you've gone through from beginning to end with this and still hold your head high. A lot of people, this would have just knocked them down, and they would have, they wouldn't have been able to get back up, but you're doing it, and I'm super proud of you.
I appreciate
Well,
that.
I think-
And things do wear on you, but I knew I was getting myself into, and I always knew there's going to be people out there that didn't believe me or just was trying to tear me down because of who I am, and just the issues that they have that they can't actually articulate the arguments or try to refute me on it. So it all boils down to character assassination. I get it. There's always going to be those people on the internet. You can't get away from them.
There's also keep in mind that Kyle actively was banking on Steve not being able to sue him.
Yeah.
We got a couple in the chat. We've got before I go into those, Jaeger, absinthe plus mint and something would produce a nice green cocktail to be named the Goblin. Please no, I hate Jaeger.
Yeah, I'm not a
Mr.
Jaeger
Sirius
fan
said
either.
add blue to the screwdriver, and that would turn it green. Yeah, that's not a bad
Exactly.
idea. We got where did it go? Can you hold legally accountable the people who streamed to the channel after the court said not to?
Don't know.
And then somebody said,
I'm not even sure. Wait. I'm not even sure that they did it after the court said not to. They were sent a cease and desist letter,
there's
right?
no legal.
Oh, it was
yeah.
a demand
At
letter.
the time, there was just a demand letter, which is not enforceable. What it is that these are the things that we want to see to minimize legal things, to make the court cases easier or not even have to go to court. And they just didn't care.
Did you have to provide discovery to Kyle when serving him the documents?
No.
I couldn't find any appendices within the court filings.
No, there was a mention of the Exhibit A. Exhibit A was only my declaration of the facts. That was the only discovery, was my declaration that I had to do with a notary.
Cheshire is already copyrighted. That it's for drinks. It doesn't. We're not making any money off the drink. We're not going to sell it. It's just going to be like a cocktail mix you guys can drink. So you don't have to worry about copyright.
I'm gonna sell it. It's gonna be mine. I'm gonna
Oh,
drink
then
it.
you have to worry about the copyright.
Yeah.
Steve, do you honestly think that
I'll be fine. I'm Jewish. I got a family of lawyers.
after Kyle has avoided so much and dodged so much that he will actually just come forward and hand the channel over?
Not a chance.
Or do you think you'll have to? Yeah.
Yeah, he already said he's not going to do anything to help. He already said that he's not going to pay me unless the court mandates it, which is going to happen. But he did promise that, remember, he was very clear. Steve will get every dime that's owed to him. He already reneged on that. So
Trina says the emails literally proved Steve figuratively agreed to all of Kyle's claims.
Well, I was telling people about the SEO for giving me the channels. They weren't, some people were holding off on that, and then they were like, about the whole medical thing. And I was making it very clear that I wanted everything to be done so we didn't end up having any tax issues. That was my issue. That was my big thing. And so for anybody to run this narrative that somehow he was holding money for me so I didn't lose medical was bullshit, because my primary medical I can't lose. My secondary I only give a shit about for a few weeks. And this was back again in 2017. And there was no money to be really held. We were talking about tens of $20s of dollars here. It's just very simple. It's hold on to figure out what's going on. And then once we started making money, I wanted him to pay me. I mean, me, Bullinator, and Reg were like, where's the money? Show us the money.
Letty said, but what about the email where you told Kyle once it's your call?
Good point.
And
I have been
Matt
defeated.
Said, the Non-Sequitur show is in Uni's chat right now. It could be the real one. It could be a fake one. I guess it could be Kyle. Why not?
If it says the real Non-Sequitur show, that's one of my friends.
Yeah, that's not actually Kyle.
Yeah, it's actually Kyle. That's
Uni has been inviting Kyle onto his show, apparently.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, he invited him back then.
Yeah.
They are just two peas in a pod.
Right? I mean, he already snuggled up to Katie Joy. I mean, what else?
Yeah.
I mean, he's legit going around finding the worst possible people on the internet to befriend. I mean, he's snuggled up to all the Talking Shit Tuesday crowd. He's snuggled up to Nate Brody, and he's snuggled up to Katie Joy.
Wise guy.
Real quick, Unirock has gone basically to the dregs of the internet, thinking somehow he's getting some moral high ground and information that he wouldn't actually have gotten. He could have gotten directly from me at one time, Bullinator, Reds, but he decided to go the 180 route and be a manipulative troll, and this is what happens. And so the only place he can get information from is people that don't know what the hell they're doing. That didn't even see those emails or other things that they've been a part of.
So keep in mind that first off, Katie never went on Uni's show. He tried. She never went on.
Yeah.
Probably smart on her account. Apparently it actually is Kyle, but he's on the Non-Sequitur show account, so he's using the channel's account to do it. Oh. And he gave Kyle just gave Uni his email to contact him. Do you have any idea how good it is for Steve if Kyle goes onto that show and talks shit?
I would be thrilled.
That'd be beautiful.
Now in coffin.
Yeah, yep. I mean, here's the thing. What does Kyle think he's going to do by saving his reputation? He has no reputation left.
Oh, also, I want to show you guys something real quick.
Aww.
He's doing a snooze.
I mean, I know all his emails because I have them. I know exactly what we talked about.
No, he's going to sit there after showing half of the emails. He's going to sit there and bitch that you showed the other half. I never gave Steve permission to blah, 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 about this public information that's part of the court filing.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to tell Uni as a lawyer.
Well, all I can say is
laugh at my own joke like an idiot.
Uni is stupider. I mean, that's not even a word. Uni is more stupid than Mr. Atheist, and if Mr. Atheist believe Kyle, then yeah, he'll believe him.
Well, it was more than believing. Mr. Atheist actively violated the demand letter, and then said, he said, "Well, Kyle told me that he had permission to remove, or that he was authorized basically to remove me, and it was all his stuff anyways, and I was just some kind of employee, and that it was all Kyle's." And I'm like, no. I mean, the courts have determined it was a general partnership, 50-50. So that's done.
Do I get points for calling this? Do I get points for saying that, hey, people were like, I'm surprised Uni got all the Non-Sequitur show stuff right, and I said, I bet you any money that if Kyle was around saying shit, Uni would have done the exact same thing, and now that Kyle's around saying shit, he's doing that exact thing. Do I get points for that or something?
A few brownie points.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Kyle knows he's in deep shit. He has to know. I mean, he knows that the court's going to order the channel.
Maybe he thinks he can just turn over the channel and it'll all be over, and he's just trying to drag it out as long as it can be, and that nothing else will come from it.
Oh, he'd be so wrong.
Oh,
but it would be beneficial for him to turn the channel over, right this second, to be beneficial to do so. But eventually, I think he's going to get arrested. I think there's a very high chance of getting arrested for civil contempt of court.
Good to Stacey Bear. They said Uni's saying that he's going to talk to Kyle. Good.
Awesome. We love that. Because if you guys haven't noticed, how many videos did Kyle have where he came out and legit lied to everybody? What at this point does he have to say? The court's case is over. I've won by default. I'm going to get a
I
judgment.
don't know, but Uni's going to use it for the views because everybody's going to be like, what the hell does Kyle have to say?
Well, no, I get that, but what benefit does Kyle have besides the fact he's a narcissist and he wants the attention? But what benefit does he have?
So, because there isn't another one, the narcissist is enough reason on its own because everybody's going to want to go see what he has to say. So he's going to be like, look at all these people listening to me.
Yeah.
Therefore, look at all these people listening to me. They must believe me.
Well, you want to have the balls to come in here.
You know what? I think we can give that to Science First from the other night.
Oh, God.
A, for actually showing up. Yeah. Negative points for thinking that I wasn't going to rip you a new asshole.
Yeah.
Which live chat are you talking about, by the way? I mean, where on Unirock 2?
Oh, who knows? Whatever channel Unirock might be on. He's got like at least three YouTube channels.
Where are they referring to? I'm just kind of curious to see if it's actually that account.
I'll go look. I'm sure I can figure that out.
Somebody has to know. They're looking at it. You just said he's going to rebirth the Non-Sequitur show with Kyle.
I'm so glad I didn't have any drink in my mouth for that. Are they going to bring Katie on for the smoking nun again, too?
Oh my gosh! No,
that's just brilliant. That's just brilliant. This doesn't get any better.
Oh, they're on the Rock a Lot channel.
Yeah, I heard.
Rock a Lot.
This might be the funnest RNC just ever. Just by hearing that, I'm like, what? I'm just looking through. Oh, by the way, Without a Crystal Ball is over there still, but she's not green. Oh, she's not green on that account, but she's still hanging out with them. I thought she threw him under the bus. I don't see Non-Sequitur there. Am I missing it? Oh, they're not. I see it. Non-Sequitur. So you haven't let me down, Katie. Oh, not one bit. I'm proud of how you've stayed strong.
Well, did he not see the episode where she just straight up showed their DMs and threw him the fuck under the bus?
Here, let me screen share this. I'm straight up legit. This is like from his chat right now. Non-Sequitur. So not one bit. I'm proud of how you stayed strong.
I really hope they all do decide to try and make a channel and do it. I'm sure it will go just as well as
they could.
As that other channel, the one that formed after the G+ community. I'm sure it will do. It'll have a whole tens of views. It'll be beautiful.
It'll also be illegal too, because all the rights and everything.
I just typed in the chat: violating a court order is a jailable offense.
Yeah. So anyways, I don't even care what they have to talk about. It's just hilarious.
I really don't either. Go ahead, fucking ban me.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, these idiots have no idea what the hell they're doing.
Court has made no order.
Yeah, well, they will be signing that order any day, and they have ordered. They actually did.
Actually,
that's wrong.
They have made orders.
They did a
default
order.
There's orders up there.
Right.
Yeah,
it says order, and if you look at the bottom, it's signed by the judge. So
yeah, there are multiple orders. There's just one that hasn't currently been signed. He was ordered to give the books to the court. That was the latest order. He has not done that.
That one hasn't been signed yet. But the default judgment has already been signed.
No. There was the order that the judge gave him the extra 20 days
that one has
to
not
turn.
been signed.
Well, I'm talking cease and desist.
Order that was signed.
Yeah.
The
there was
default judgment for that has not been. No,
exactly.
No, you're wrong. The order for him, the 14 days, has not been signed yet. He has 14 days from that point of sign. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So what has been there? What the latest one that has been signed was the additional 20 days that the court gave to Kyle to turn the books over. He has not turned the books over. Therefore, he has not filed with the court the way he's supposed to have.
Yeah.
So
no,
yes, he has
file
defied
anything.
a court
There's
order.
already been a default judgment injunction. This is why the lawyer was like, go for it. He can't file anything.
And that includes a cease and desist of using the channel, right? Am I right? That's been ordered. Because there was an intent, like don't do this, please, from your lawyer. But that got converted. That got converted to a cease and desist from the court.
As far as I know, I talked to the lawyer when I mentioned this, and I was like, what happens if he like takes down a video or something like that? He said, then we go for the judge and we get him on civil contempt.
Yeah, so
he has been ordered not to do anything with the channel because it's in litigation. So yes, in that case, what you're saying, he cannot do anything with the channel.
And technically, right now he is doing something with the channel because he's commenting.
Well, that's not right.
He's using the channel's account.
He's using the channel's account to do that.
Yep.
He's not modifying it though. But even still, it's like
what he's doing could bring down the value or essentially affect the quality or the name of the channel itself.
Yeah, well, that's true, but I mean, this shows you his character, though. I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Yeah. I think it's hilarious. I mean, I really think that he's so narcissistic that he doesn't even realize how bad his reputation is destroyed by his own doing.
Oh, yep. Katie's in there too now.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Yeah, because he was telling her, "Oh, you didn't let me down, Katie." Even Katie
said
he lied to her.
He's the only one that has access to the channel, but he's the one that shouldn't be fucking doing anything with it. That's the point.
God!
Yeah.
She said, Kyle didn't deserve this. Deserve what?
Yeah, deserve what? You mean the fact not paying somebody? Trying to screw them out of their own channel that they build up together? What do you? Please tell me what that means.
He didn't deserve to be sued, which is the thing that he told Steve to do.
He told me
he wanted. He didn't want it to go public the way he said he wanted it to go public.
Yeah, I'm confused.
He deserve what? Steve was on the Fango yesterday.
Do you think this is some plan of Katie and Uni to maybe bring Kyle slowly back into the scene?
Possibly.
Do it.
Possibly.
Do it. Do it.
So
do it.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying, I bet Steve is shitting bricks. I want to say so bad. No, this is great for Steve.
I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I just try to understand narrative, to understand going, okay, maybe what are they trying to accomplish here? I don't even get what the hell they're saying any longer at this point. Are they this confused? I mean, they literally have to be this confused or this stupid.
They're just this dishonest.
That's dishonest, yeah. Thank you, Little Red, for that, though. For that, yeah. I was on Fango yesterday, and oh my God, did poor science first get terrible?
Yeah, they just deleted a message from the real NonSequitur, by the way.
Got to shut down that opposition. Got to shut her down. They're shitting bricks. They got to shut her down.
I think Ghoul showed the channel info to Reds in chest. Yes, Reds was standing 3 feet from me when I showed him the channel info about the NonSequitur show back in June.
I'm blocked completely. I can't even post, period.
Good for you, because I really want to say something, but I know they'll block me, and I don't really.
Hashtag what about Boo?
Nope, I want to make it worth it.
So back to the people of importance in my hangout and the live chat. What questions you guys got for us? Because again, you guys can see the dichotomy here. We're open, we're honest. Kyle lied to people, and still they're hanging around, right? They're like, it's like,
and we're not deleting questions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell these people are thinking at this point. How duplicitous they are, but that's okay. I want to show the dichotomy between their style, our style. You guys choose what the hell you want to watch. But I can tell you right now, for the people that are believing Kyle, I just have no words. I have no words whatsoever. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm so happy they did that. They gave me quite a nice little chuckle for this day. This is good. This is good. This is a good joke.
It's really Kyle. Of course, it's really Kyle.
Oh, yeah, sure it's Kyle.
They said, "Is it really Kyle? Are we sure it's not someone pretending to be Kyle?"
He's the only person who has access to that account.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm just
Oh yeah.
I have the chat up. Like, here's this guy, War. He says, if Steve's over you or anything, kiss her goodbye. Just ask the daughter he doesn't see. Using a daughter as a weapon, and nobody says anything to him. This is the vile, reprehensible people that we're dealing with. I mean, God forbid you mention anything about somebody else's kid, even if it wasn't about the kid. It was about somebody's claims about it.
Oh, nice.
Here okay.
Wait, hang on. Screenshot.
So I literally just say that I see my daughter. Like, I don't see her as much as I'd like, but I frequently take her out shopping and stuff like that. How much of a sick son of a bitch do you have to use a kid as a weapon against a parent?
What happened, Bull?
Oh, he's saying they're planning something for next week. Well, we'll see if it comes up on the Non-Sequitur show.
Oh, I would just instantly contact the judge and issue a warrant for civil contempt. That would be going that day.
Oh, like on the Non-Sequitur show?
Yeah.
That's who they're talking about. That's what they're saying.
No, like on the channel. Like,
I don't know if it's on the channel. I don't know if Uni's encouraging him to use the channel. I really don't. But that would be a massively stupid move on Uni's part and Kyle's.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, because now he's encouraging Uni's encouraging Kyle to do something that is, as of this point, is it not like illegal?
It's illegal.
Well, so I think it's a violation of the civil things because he was ordered.
It's a civil contempt of court.
That's how I understand it as well.
Okay, so if that's the case, does that mean that Uni would be considered like
it's not criminal.
Like part of it? No. Would he not be like
he'd just be an agitator. But again, we know historically that when Kyle listens to other people, it's never worked out in his favor. Can you mute for a second? Moon? Oh, I got it. Yeah, so I mean, it's just so hilarious that that I am trying to do my damnedest to take care of the fans and to keep them informed, and yet there's still people out there that are just using my daughter as a weapon, running these narratives, say that I didn't start the channel when I have all the evidence contrary, and plus I'm the one that filed all the lawsuit stuff, and it's court record. So
I'm not sure why True Tech just got timed out.
I'll fix it. Yeah, so who wants to come in here and come on? Like I said, we're having drinks. We're rooming.
Oh, hey, Stuart's in here trying to mess with shit. Hey, Stuart, what's up? How you doing, man? You want to come in and ask your questions?
Yeah, because Stuart's a Uni Rock fan now, I guess, from what I understand, which is his prerogative. But if he has questions, I will do my damnedest to try to help him out, because he used to be really close to us, but he decided Uni Rock was telling the truth. I wasn't. Okay. I can't save everybody, but he's welcome to come in and ask his questions.
Yeah, that was a bizarre timeout.
Lamb up, I wish I had questions.
No, Stuart didn't hide anybody. Stuart unhid somebody after Steve unhid somebody.
Yeah, True Tech was hidden accidentally or whatever, or something. I don't know, but I fixed it.
Yep.
Stuart's like, who said I'm a Uni Rock fan?
Nat to me, you just know KJ text Kyle and set up for him to go on Uni's chat. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
How about Stuart, your activity in his Discord?
The more Kyle says, the better I am, because he always just fabricates stuff.
Although, how are you, Stuart? Are you okay in the fires?
Oh, now they're saying Bullinair's lying. Bullinair, you're a liar, pants on fire.
I am.
Lying
how?
So here's the thing: Bull's lying, and they're using my daughter as a weapon. That tells you the people over there, Stuart. That's your crowd now, man. Congratulations. Oh, and I talk about Medi-Cal too. Yeah, which we've already.
Hey, listen, you always know that you've picked the best side when you're on the same side as Keon.
There you go. Yeah. I challenge people. How much money was put aside for that? How much money was involved in that? Show me any instance of any kind of fraud, because there was zero. Absolutely zero. But they have to run that narrative rather than admit, Kyle didn't pay me. I mean, for God's sake. I mean, all facts on the table are that
it's so cute.
He didn't pay me.
Variety and Inquiring Minds is in there. Those two people that were showing up on Twitter after the other day, and one that was shown during the call the other day.
Inquiry Minds is an idiot. Yeah. So that's it. No, I mean, I'm really surprised actually, and in a way, in a kind of a good way. I mean, people I think on this side understand what's been going on. But
yeah, I was expecting a little bit more questions about what had happened on Thursday.
Yeah. So, can we safely say that they're all just shitty people on that side at this point?
Apparently, they're saying we're afraid of Shannon.
Shannon Q? Really?
Yeah.
She can come on in right now. I get along with Shannon. Who's afraid of Shannon?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. This is interesting. I love how they just make shit up. They completely pull out their ass.
Wait, do we know who Les Hemmings is?
He's a hater.
That was the one that was on Twitter saying that me and Red were.
I've been placed into timeout. Oh boy.
Bullinator lies and he goes to timeout. Oh.
You're not behaving like an Aspie. We use evidence, not lies, says Les Hemmings.
Hey, Stuart, nobody said anything about what your intentions were.
Now they're using your Asperger's against you? Wow, these are great people they're hanging out there, Stuart.
I don't have Asperger's. Asperger's is a defunct diagnosis.
I know.
Just to put that out there, I am autism spectrum disorder with savant. If anybody really
that
wants
means he's a genius, people. Which he is.
That means I'm a genius.
Yeah. And a liar, according to them.
Oh, because we didn't just go over fucking oodles of evidence like not 10 minutes ago, really.
I'm sending the link to Elusive Man. He's asking.
Sure. Like I said, more the merrier. I mean, this is Rum and Coke night.
NatPat, I also just got a timeout and I fucking turned it off because I don't fucking give a shit. I really don't. About those three people at this point, they're so far down at the bottom of my list of.
Well, that's why I want one of them to come over. This is the thing. I want one of them to come over and explain to us their reasoning. I want to know why it's okay to call Bullinator a lie without giving any evidence. Unirock called Just Right a liar without getting any evidence. Why they're using my daughter as a weapon? Why do they think that's okay?
They said I'm a liar for saying something I didn't say because they claimed I said it.
And why is it okay? Why is it okay? Why is it okay to use Dead Kennedy and Space's issues against him?
Oh, very good. Why use this? Why is his depression a weapon? Little Red $2. Steve read my DM. Don't make me text you. I read your DM. I read both of them.
Not DMs, not super chats.
Oh, DM. Oh shit. I'm drinking. You're confusing me. Sandra's. Where's your DM?
Stuart, just come in and talk, man. Seriously.
Yeah,
dude, I'm willing to talk to Stuart. I mean, like I said, I thought he was a friend, but I found out that I was wrong on that. But that's his choice, not mine.
Yeah, he's more than willing to talk to us.
I'd like to hear why he trusts Unirock over us when Unirock has lied about everything. Last DM I got from you, Sandra, was on the 7th, so I don't know what you're referring to.
You're at work, Stuart. So what is? Can you at least type what was said that changed any of your mind about the veracity of Steve's position? I don't get it. I don't.
I have no idea. He can call in. There's a number. Hang on.
Yeah, there is a number.
Let me get the number. Okay. I had to take it off so I can get it.
Philip Engineering said, what something channels stream are you watching? ? I guess it's on Unirock, the Rock a Lot is the one that they're on right now. And then Original Nelson for 5 says, what stream are you guys watching? Sorry, I stepped back in. You're awesome, by the way. Love you all. It's Rock a Lot.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how to get Stuart the thing. You would have to get it to him, but.
No, he says he can't talk, which I mean, I understand that. Yeah, there's times he can't talk.
Lamb Up, speaking of Uni being a troll, I think Steve McRae needs to be reconsidered my troll status. Lamb Up, you're supposed to be me, I think, aren't you? Yeah. Stuart, by the way, do you still want your wrench, or should I remove that because you're obviously a Uni Rock person now and not somebody that wants to be part of the side of the fence? So, do you want to do the honorable thing and just say that you relinquish your wrench? Because I've done that before, like on Joe's channel. Sipping to with Joe, I said, you can take my wrench, I won't be back. So if you want to be the honorable thing and give up your wrench, that's fine. Just let me know. If not, because I'm happy to talk to you, but you made it clear
to be honest,
that you're
just the fact of, quite frankly,
doesn't mean he can't be around. It just means that I don't want him as a mod.
Yeah, no, exactly. What that I mean, like Uni's kind of ruined that for anybody who kind of hangs around him by showing up in other people's streams and deleting people out of the chat. So
why do people have to take sides? These are one of those issues where sides are critical as far as if you're gonna side with people that are using my daughter as a weapon, that side with people that have been running narrative to absolutely lie about me, you're not going to be a mod in my
because there's a difference between because they forced the sides. That's why. I
mean, it doesn't mean you can't be around. I don't. My mods need to be a little bit more.
You can't support.
They need to be better than that.
Because there's a dichotomy at this point, and the reason it's a dichotomy is because you have people that are utilizing tactics that are completely unreasonable, unjustified, unverified. They're making claims over and over about claims about us over and over again that are not standard, and that has been their content for months. So if you're over there supporting their content, you're over there supporting the lies that they're telling about us. That's why.
Yep.
If you don't support those lies, then why are you a paid member to be able to chat and be in the Discord?
Yeah, exactly.
That is you supporting them lying about us.
I agree. Yeah,
it's not a neutral position.
If you're a member of Uniroc's thing, you are actively supporting his lies. Yeah. And by the way, they can say the same thing about me. If you're one of my members, or you're one of my Patreons, and they say you're actively supporting me, and they think that I'm lying, that's same argument to be had. Okay.
Can't claim we haven't even what, Stuart?
By the way, he wasn't doing the honorable thing, so I removed his mods. But
that's fine. I think that's acceptable.
Yeah, I don't have a DM from you.
We haven't what? Can't claim we haven't lied? Yes, we can. Watch us do it. Hey, Bull, have you lied? Hey, Steve, have you lied?
Nope, not a damn thing.
I think Bull stepped away right when I said that.
Yeah, please tell. I didn't lie. Me what I've lied about, because I have not lied. Bull's not lied. Reds has not lied. Let us know what we've lied about, because I hear these things out there. Such and such lied.
If I've said something that was in error at some point and was mistaken, and you can prove that I was mistaken, I will gladly.
Nobody said you were honorable. They said you didn't do the honorable thing. You are doing the exact same thing that the other group was doing, that people like Bob and like Scientist First was doing, and saying, you said, how could dare Steve say that somebody was honorable about a situation? You can be honorable about one thing and dishonorable at something else. Let me explain. Let me give an example real quick. Here's an example. Science First was honorable in that he came into the chat, but that doesn't mean he's honorable in every other regard. Nobody said you were dishonorable, Stuart. Nobody said that. They said you did not do this one honorable thing that you could have done and you chose not to.
Yeah, and by the way, supporting Unirock is not honorable in any way. He's a very dishonorable. He's not somebody that will give you factual information. What he does is he spins things for narrative for views. I don't play that game. But
no, Stuart, you never said I lied.
But here's the thing.
Nobody's saying you did.
Yeah,
nobody's saying you said that.
You're supporting someone who does say I lied.
Right.
This is exactly what we mean by when people are twisting and running narrative about what we're saying. We did not say that. You're taking what we've said and hearing whatever it is that you want to hear. That is not what any of us said, and that's twice in a row that you've done it.
Yeah. Believing Uni's story over Steve's would assume one side is more truthful when they are opposing stories. And obviously one side is being more truthful. And I guarantee it's this one. I have not lied about anything. And I know Unirock has.
Yeah, and the thing is that we're not just saying that. It's not a matter of, we're making one claim and they're making another. No. We're making a claim and showing the evidence for said claim. They're making claims and showing zero evidence actively.
Right.
And see the previous stream if you want the fucking evidence, because that's really comprehensive.
Yeah, I showed all the emails, Stuart. I showed all the things that back up everything I've ever said. I've not lied or changed anything. Nothing was illegal. Nothing was manipulative. Nothing was underhanded. All that was bullshit, like straight up bullshit. And then Sandra says that's sick. Somebody should use kids as a weapon. Yeah, but that's what they do. I mean, that person legit was saying that, that I don't see my daughter. That's a lie.
Yep, that's a lie.
I mean, Chess was there when I was talking to my daughter. She was talking to my daughter when I take her out. I take her out like for coffee. Well, I have coffee. She has, ice cream and stuff. But I mean, and then we go shopping together. We go to Red Robin. We live 2 miles from each other. I see my daughter. But you notice nobody in their little group said anything about that. Nobody. That tells you their character right there.
Yeah, they actively disregard evidence, they actively misrepresent things, and they actively remove anybody correcting them.
Yep. Yeah,
these are all
like they just did to me. Did to me when I said him using the channel was against a court order at this point.
And you're supporting them.
Mm-hmm.
I know the difference between what you showed on your screen. Difference about what? What are you talking about?
What are you reading?
Please be specific.
Oh, I know the difference between what and you showed. I don't know what he's referring to.
What you showed on your screen. The difference between what?
Jelen Audio says you shouldn't have to defend this. Oh, this is a defense. I'm not. Yeah, we're not done defensive.
We opened this up for
people. Yeah, no, the truth.
We've opened this up for people to be able to come in here and ask us questions. That includes Stuart. We're not banning Stuart, if you notice.
Steve was not going to use a kid as a weapon.
Never did.
That's narrative.
Yeah, Stuart, I'd never used a kid as a weapon. Please tell me once. What we were talking about was some of the claims being made that were contradictory, that people were using to take money from people.
Stuart says Steve was going to use a kid as a weapon. When and where?
Yeah,
please
details.
Show that. When and where?
Yeah, please.
Before we actually clear that up, please, when and where?
I'm willing to listen. Go ahead.
Which tweet? Yeah, what tweet had?
Go find the tweet and
I had one tweet where I posted a video, and then I was asking.
My DMs are still open to you, Stuart. You can send me the link to whatever tweet you're talking about, and I will post it for everybody.
I was asking questions about claims being made about the kid because they were contradictory. Because people had told me they were in groups with this particular person we're talking about, and they were giving misinformation about the status of certain things. This is why I inquired about it. I would never use a kid as a weapon, and that's bullshit for you even to insinuate that, Stuart. And anybody who knows the story knows I never used a kid as a weapon.
On top of that, when he didn't name the child, when he didn't attack the child and was questioning claims, which wasn't an attack, by the way, when people said, hey, maybe that's not even appropriate to bring up the stuff that Katie posted about her child, Steve decided, oh, okay, we'll make sure that when we talk about this, we will find a way to not mention the child.
I listened to the community.
And he stuck to that.
Yeah.
So no, he wasn't going to, didn't, and in fact made additional caveats to be sure that he did not do that. So please, next complaint that you have.
Yeah, I'm just flabbergasted.
And I expect you to apologize and take back that you said that.
I'll accept that apology if he does it. I usually won't for certain things, but for that I will. Little Miss Betty Page, a.k.a. Tank Girl, Junkie, 2 pounds. Thank you, Tank Girl. Bringing Mini Steve up, not cool with dad like you. love dad like you. Thank you. Yeah, well, like I said, they do use my daughter as a weapon. They think that I don't take care of my daughter. They think I don't see my daughter. All that's bullshit.
They're at the point where they're doing the same thing that Russian vids did. Yeah. And when you're on the same level as Russian vids,
that's pretty bad.
I misspoke. Sorry. Please specify your apology.
Yeah, please be a little clearer because it's a little hard over this kind of format.
Please redact whatever you misspoke about and then clarify what you were actually trying to say.
Sandra makes a good point. She says, if you lied about anything, we'd all know damn well in this community. You would have people all over your ass. You haven't, and we all know it. The community doesn't put up with liars. Absolutely. And I would expect them to call. And by the way, this asshole Reds, if I lied, he would be calling me out on it too. But I would prefer he do it in private so maybe I can fix this shit. But he would be like, what the fuck, Steve? Chester's the same. Well, Chess wouldn't care. But for the most part, she'd be like, I trained you well. No, Chess is not a liar. Chess is sneaky. She'll lay traps, but she's not a liar.
There's something very specific when it comes to lying. Lying on the internet is not a wise thing to do because lying on the internet is liable to get you caught because once it's on the internet one time, it's on the internet forever. Lying on the internet is just kind of stupid.
Yeah. So
can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can. Hello.
Hey, it's Tina.
Tina.
I just wanted to come on for a quick second.
Oh, Tina, not Trina. Okay. Hi, Tina.
Hi. I've never done this before, so I don't know.
And by the way, you're
I don't
me,
even
I'm
use my-
you, and you were the same person, and you follow my every order.
That is why. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say this is what Unirock said, and he said, "Tina, I'll cut you," is her name. We know you're a stock account. Do a stream, prove us wrong. Oh, you can't. Laugh out loud. So here I am. I just wanted to say hey and prove that I'm me.
Shocker! I've actually
oh my God.
I've actually seen you face, and hang out face to face. You you're better looking than Red's Rhetoric, but I mean I've seen you.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
But this is the bullshit that they keep. They will run any kind of narrative until putting people on the defensive, because that way the person has to show that's not the case. That's not the way it should work. This is why we ignore most of the stuff. But you're right. That's exactly what Unirock was said. You're not a real person. And by the way, you have a group on Facebook.
Stuart, you have 200 characters. Use them.
Be specific. Yeah, I mean, you can't just say, well, use them as you use the kid as a weapon, then you say I misspoke about using the kid as a weapon. Either I did or didn't, and if I didn't, please apologize. But Tina has the Facebook group without a freaking clue that I gave her, because I was admin for a little while because I took over admin. I gave it. I was done with it. I said, go with God. Do it as you with. Well, she's asked me a little bit of admin advice, but I don't tell her how to run it. I'm like, you do you. But if she wants my advice, I'll give it to her. But I'm not behind the scenes running that group in any way, shape, or form. Tina, have I ever told you how to run your group?
Absolutely not.
Because she's the admin. Just like it's like in the Hangouts of God. You're God in the Hangout on the Great Debate Community. Same reason.
You've helped me make decisions that I didn't understand because I've never ran a group before. Yeah. But other than that, actually, I try to get the group to help me run the group because it's their group.
Yeah, good idea. Stuart, I accept your apology. Thank you. Kawasa, do you want to read that one? I'll read it then. Stuart, bro, think about it. If the situations were reversed and I was questioning Uni or KG on their channel, would I even be allowed a conversation like you're having right now? Good point.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't block people for asking questions unless we know they're trolls and their questions have already been stupidly answered ages ago. Other than that, ask what you want. I'm an open goddamn book. I'm sitting here having a scotch. I'm like, I have nothing to concern myself with. I've done absolutely nothing wrong. Reg, do you want to add something? I saw you sneak in. Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, bud? How's your working day?
Another day in paradise, let me tell you. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess Uni's spouting some more shit about, I don't know, a NonSequitur revival. Well, I actually want to give him some credit. Yes, there is going to be a NonSequitur revival. It's just not going to have Kyle in it, or him for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing is that Kyle knows that this shit takes time, because we have to go through the proper channels, and the proper channels are going to give Kyle some time to basically say, okay, is there anything you want to say about X, Y, and Z? 30 days for that, another 30 days for that, another 20 days for that, and another 20 days just in case. This whole entire process is taking its fucking time to finish, and Kyle knows it's going to take his time. So all he's doing right now, just to be a dick about it, is just stalling as long as he can.
Here's the funniest thing. Kyle's word has meant nothing. He even broke his promise blatantly that he was going to pay me, and then he said without crystal balls he wasn't going to play me.
Yeah.
People are still believing that he's doing something, that he's going to do something. It's like, how does somebody get to that position in life where they're that gullible?
Because when I actually know the answer to this question. The answer is, when you have such a hate boner for somebody, it can cloud your judgment. Mm-hmm. And that's where they're at right now. Their hate boner for you is so amazing, so extraordinary.
Massive.
It dwarfs the size of the Grand Canyon, that it is clouding their judgment to the point of no return, where no amount of evidence, no amount of facts, no amount of logic will change their mind.
Yeah, and by the way, Kyle's saying he won't give the channel back. That's not up to Kyle. Yeah, I mean, when you violate a court order, that's a court order. He will go to jail. We'll make sure of that.
Yeah. Actually, Kyle, let me also put something else out here for the general public in case you don't know.
I will press criminal charges from that. Yeah.
We also, but from a technical standpoint, we don't need Kyle to get it back. YouTube can do it for him.
Right. Yeah, we can order it. We can order it direct. Once the 14s are expire, we can order YouTube to give us the channel. Yes.
It's
Yeah,
Dead Kennedy in
so-
Space says that they just popped over to unis and got deleted immediately.
Shocker.
Yep. And KJ
Yeah,
and Kyle are there.
so did I. So did I, Dead Kennedy. So did I.
Yeah. Shocker. Now here I am waiting. I go find me a uni supporter. Have him come in.
I mean, well, yeah, I guess Stuart's here, but he's not using his words. But he's also at work and can't actually come into the call. Stuart, you're friends with them over there. Tell one of them come on over.
Yeah.
Let us know what their grievances are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go for it.
Yeah. Do we have anything?
Oh, and there's still, by the way, Reds. So we got on record this whole bullshit about the GDC hostile takeover, Bullinaire as well. Both of you guys were further from the beginning. Did I steal the GDC in any way, shape, or form?
Wait a minute, what? Repeat the question?
Oh, the whole narrative that I stole the GDC.
How do you steal a channel that you fucking made?
Or the G Plus that I made,
well,
that I cultivated?
That's my thing exactly, but I also, the question is just fucking confusing to me because one, how do you steal a channel that you made? And two, how do you steal a channel that you made that you told other people that, hey, you don't like what I do here? Make your own great debate community. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't care fuck either. I still don't.
What should I type?
The hell, dude?
My name and Defango's name. Just type Defango and then type Cheshire.
But that's what they're going back to. That's what the whole.
You might get banned if you put an X in the middle.
Hang on, they're still trying to revise that, Bullinator and the Reds, that Steve took the GDC. That's why they have these hate boners for him. I was like, dude, there was like 12 people around back then, and that was back in Nadia's days. And they didn't really even call themselves that. It was just something that was mentioned once or twice by Agent of Doubt. But correct me if I'm wrong, Reds. Wasn't it my idea to kind of take that and put it to a G+, put it to a YouTube channel, build something out of it to help other people, which people profited from in their own way, some of them, but they also got name recognition. And then once it started getting popular and they wanted to continue to talk shit, and I said, no, I'd rather have civil discussions like the ones we were having with Hugh Ross and those, they lost their shit.
So, Stuart, the only thing
I asked Reds a question. You're not Reds.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that was a question. My bad.
I know you want to be him, but you can't be.
Sorry, I'm trying my best to be that ugly.
For some reason, a lot of people want to be me, and I'm like, bro,
right?
I have better standards. Holy shit.
Yeah.
No, that's believe me, if I'm your idol, check your priorities. But no, the GDC thing, no one had a problem with it when it was relatively small. When it started gaining some traction and popularity, that's when shit started hitting the fan. And what I believe happened was that people were a little bit shocked at how big it actually became.
That I was being successful, that I was actually doing something that I set out to do and was being good at it.
People were shocked at how well it was going and just how many people were joining. And so I imagine what happened right after that is that people wanted a nice slice of that pie, and they wanted to take a slice of your pie to be more specific.
They could have. All they had to do was promote their channels and get some proper stuff on their channels, but they didn't have the competency to actually make decent stuff, it seemed.
Well, when what they don't seem to understand is that the GDC was, an amalgam of multiple people, multiple channels, and they all springboarded off of each other. That's what it was. But they didn't see it that way. They saw it as its own entity for itself, not for other people. And because they saw it as this huge thing, they saw this as a huge profitable thing. And because they thought in their heads that this GDC page was making a lot of money, they wanted a slice of that money that it was making in their mind.
Which it made about $30.
Which is why the narrative came about that, well, you wanted to profit off of our intelligence and our hard work and all the effort we put into GDC, not knowing that at the time it made what, $30 fucking dollars?
Something around those numbers.
And the platform wouldn't have existed without Steve.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, well, exactly what he said. Exactly what he said is right. But to add a little bit more specificity to it, the springboarding, the channels, some of them were just putting out shit. I was putting out good content. I was getting popular. So as I was getting popular and I was making some money off my channel, they wanted that. And it's like, wait a minute, no, that's my channel.
Should we name some of the channels that springboarded off of it?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Logic, Etheth, Apologia, Shannon Q. Yeah, those people that we love, they
Yeah.
spring.
And by the way, Sokka, that is
They
true.
started on the GDC.
You're calling
Yeah.
Red's a liar.
Sokka says, Red, you're a liar. That's not true, he said. He's calling you a liar. That is true.
Sokka's
That's exactly what happened.
Sokka, no offense, bro. I was here longer than you have been.
Yeah, he has.
You're wrong, not me.
Yeah, I know Sokka's wrong. But let Sokka think what he wants. It's okay. But he's allowed to. But he is wrong.
I just want to specify and wrap things up with Stuart real quick. So I actually did scroll back. You still didn't tag me in any of those things. You just said I missed you tagged me and said you missed what I had said. No, it sounds like you're saying, now I have to assume this because you have refused to specify, which is a little bit unreasonable if you're trying to have a conversation, that you're saying that Steve, that when you thought that Steve was doing this, which you have now admitted was not the case and have apologized for, that he was attacking or using a child as a weapon, that it pissed you off. That doesn't address any of the other shit that Uni's been saying about all of us, nor does it address most of what Uni said about Steve. And now that that bit of information has been cleared up, you can feel free to address any of the other shit Uni said. But does that mean that you are rescinding your support of Stuart?
You mean of Uni?
Oh, sorry, of Uni.
And why you asked about that?
Or if you're not, why?
That's Lulu chick who, by the way, was never really part of the GDC. She was very tangential, barely knew her. Said Steve stole the GDC and tried to make T-shirts, which I never did.
Sokka,
but it was my I built that thing. I didn't steal anything. There was no GDC to steal. This is again somebody who was barely even around, that wasn't even on the GDC G+. They want to take credit for what I did. I made something of that name because I was doing the work on it.
Here's the thing I want to make clear. When I explain how it went, I want it to be clear that is not my opinion. The people who are against Steve agree with me. So Sokka, I don't care what DM you send me. What I would prefer happen is you come into this hangout and call me out.
Come on in.
Sure.
Come on
because
in,
let's just say that there is quite a bit of history that I know vividly.
Here's the thing.
And I'm more than happy to explain exactly what happened during that shit show.
She claims the Great Debate community was around 2006. Okay, where? Search the internet. Search the internet to find what you find on the Great Debate community. Everything you find in the Great Debate community is related to me. For the last 5 years, go look. Reg, I mean, have you ever seen anything about the Great Debate community that was not related to me?
Let's see, Great Debate community, and the first thing that comes up is, oh, look, you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these people that they're like saying that I stole something is bullshit. And by the way, how long did I have the GDC, and how long was I promoting the channel, and how long was I working on it before anybody said a goddamn thing about me stealing it?
Oh, it was years.
Yeah. Okay, so if they had a problem with me stealing it, why is it they didn't bring it to anybody's attention until after I was successful? After the GDC was actually being name recognized, and they wanted that. They wanted them to be the ownership of it, and they to run it. And I told them to fuck off.
And do we want to talk about the behavior that that group of people have exhibited since that time?
You mean the ones that are absolutely lying to people?
The ones that are wearing your face in their kitchen?
Yeah, I mean, so... Oh, yeah, like, for example, Heretic, the one that wears my face, he got kicked out, but he also got lambasted by Dr. Alex Mapas, Ozzy, Mandius II, and by Burt Poole, because he didn't understand very simple logical concepts, and he was telling all those three who are very intelligent people that they're idiots.
The fact is that regardless what Steve created, you could easily make your own. And here's the thing. They did eventually make their own group.
It failed.
But what happened was that they became very pissed off at the fact it wasn't as popular as the one that Steve McRae had.
Yep.
TJ for 5 says GDC helped Jim and Atheist Edge get our channel off the ground. Steve should be lauded.
Thank you. And
Thank you,
I was
TJ.
happy to do so, TJ. By the way, TJ I met in Dallas, Texas, and man, God, great guy. We hit it off so well. Can't wait to see him again. Both him and Jim. Just fabulous. Wholeheartedly support Atheist Edge. Awesome channel. I love what they do, and I hope to have some more videos with them. There's going to be 4 that are coming out. I did a video with Chris, I did a video with Jim, I did a video with TJ, and I did a video with Courtney, which was amazing. But yeah, that was the thing, to help other people. So anybody who thinks I stole anything from myself, you're just running narrative because you're just wrong. The whole thing was to help other people.
Let me also respond to something. 18 seconds ago, Sokka, at Red's Rhetoric, DM me when you get a chance. My answer to him, no. Ask Steve for the link. I'm not going to have a fucking Twitter war again. I would prefer to have an actual conversation where, once again, we can deep dive this shit if we want. But I want to make this perfectly clear. I am correct on this. This isn't my opinion. This is a fact, because the people who have been saying it, who said it first, was not people who like Steve all that much. I can point you to the exact video where the people who are against Steve are agreeing with me.
Yeah, they're
who have been there longer than you.
They're saying that I stole GDC logo to make T-shirts. How many T-shirts did I make with the GDC logo?
I've never seen one.
I've never seen one.
I did a design concept, but I never made any, so that was wrong.
I think it might be available on the Teespring store for the Non-Sequitur show. If you go there now,
you might
get
one. I gave him some ideas, but that's because did I not? But remember when I showed the email? Hey, I have these things that I want to do for Teespring. He didn't know what it was.
Yep.
Right.
And he took, and then he says, "I'm taking 100% of that."
Which, by the way, when Steve brought that to me too, and when Steve and I talked to Kyle, one of the few times all three of us sat down and talked outside of doing the show every day was about the Teespring, and the Teespring was actually supposed to be my income for doing the work that I was doing. That's
and by the way,
understood.
Bull, who suggested was that you would kind of take over the merchandising as the merchandise executive person, and then you would get a substantial amount of funding from that? Who was the idea? Was that?
That would be yours.
Steve. And whose idea? Who was it that said they didn't like that idea?
That would be Kyle.
I was trying to make sure Bull was well taken care of.
No, hang on. No, Sokka, I'm not going to talk about this tomorrow or the day after that or even the day after that. After this, I'm done talking about it. This narrative has been going on for so ridiculous. Fucking long. I'm sick of it.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm sick of the fact that I have to constantly re-explain the same shit over and over and over again.
It's pretty sad.
If you want to have a conversation, then that's fine. Come on in. You say you have guests coming over. They're obviously not there yet. So come on in, ask your questions. We can deep dive this shit, and I can explain this once again, hopefully for the last time. Because after today, I'm fucking done. I'm done with the rape apology bullshit. I'm done with, Steve stole this GDC bullshit. I'm done with, Kyle said he's going to do X, Y, and Z. We're Non-Sequitur show. Bullshit. I'm done with all of it. This is your one and only opportunity. After this, I'm going back to SpaceX, fucking ULA rockets, calculating distance to the sun, ISS transits, shit that I actually like to do.
And by the way, your boy Keon was saying that the GC and NSS are unrelated. Bullshit. At the very beginning, the Non-Sequitur show was brought to you by the Great Debate community. They were intricately interlinked with each other because I brought the entire GDC audience to the show.
The initial audience was from the
and it was a joint venture that I brought the GDC to Kyle to be part of that whole business enterprise, to be intricately part of the Non-Sequitur show, which initially was. And if you actually read some of the paperwork we had initially, it says brought to you by the GDC.
So without any crystal balls, and Tina are both saying that Uni said if Steve talks to men, he's fine, but he has problems talking with females. I mean, caffeine corner's a thing.
Yeah, I'll see you Monday. Where you and
Steve, you're not a real woman.
But you're not a real woman. You're not a real woman, so that doesn't matter.
You're not a real woman either.
I'll be the real woman.
You are a real woman.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Yes, they did, Sokka. It was definitely about money.
Yeah,
they even say so.
Yeah,
they say so.
Sokka, I don't know how long you've been at sea, but you were severely misled.
I've heard it from Fiona. I will name names because I've heard it myself from Fiona, the Holy Spackle, and Sam. So don't fucking start with me that they didn't was about money.
Yeah.
You know what? I usually don't do this, but fine. We'll go ahead and name names. Dragnot as well. In fact, Dragnot made a video about it. So yes, it was about money.
Michael is asking why Sokka's a mod. That's a good question.
I've known Slock a very long time. He's a contrarian. I don't really even get involved with his discussions any longer because I think he just does it for the sake of argumentation, and I'm not interested in that. And if I'm wrong about that, whatever, it's my opinion. But I don't care if he's a mod or not. He was a mod in the Great Debate Community G+. But he's a contrarian. But I'm not gonna bother to engage with him. But if he has something to say of value, he can come in right now.
Yep. He obviously has time to type, so he should have time to talk.
Mods are allowed to have different opinions. As long as he doesn't lie about me, he could be a mod. Now, has some things been questionable? Maybe. Do I know he's absolutely wrong about this? Yes, but I think he's doing it out of ignorance, not malice.
Steven Steen is agreeing with Red's rhetoric. I would like to point that out right now.
Who?
Steven Steen is somebody who never wants Reds to be correct, literally ever.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love Steven Steen.
We love you, Steven Steen. Steven Steen was the guy who would pay super chats to be an asshole on the Non-Sequitur show. He was he's basically been a troll the whole time, and I love him for it.
I love him. He's great. But yeah, you want to talk about the women Steve has problems with? The women like I don't know, let's say Katie Joy. Is it a problem that he has a problem with a woman like that? And is the fact that she's a woman seem to be the reason he has a problem with her? Oh, how about me and Tina was just in here and Ilya Moon was in here. Who do we have who's around a lot? Arados.
By the way, I want to you guys can't hang on. It's like you can't see this in the internal, but the external can see it. This was one of the form letters we had. Like my name is, and there's like mine says Steve McRae. This is a new podcast, but read what it says here. Non-Sequitur is produced by the Great Debate Community online community, a platform of about 3,000 members with an exponentially larger YouTube viewing audience, and it's hosted by its founder Steve McRae. Steve, and that goes on about me. Its founder. I founded the Great Debate Community on G+ and the YouTube. The name had been out there for a long time. It's just bantered around from Agent of Doubt, but nobody was doing anything about it.
It was a name that existed.
It's just
anything
exactly.
with.
Wow, Agent of Doubt. Now that's old school right there.
Right.
That is.
And
so
by the way,
old.
you know what he said? He didn't give a shit either way. He's never mentioned anything about it. But that, I mean, he didn't. It's not something copyrighted term. It's not some coined term. People can use the Great Debate Community. Go ahead, knock yourself out. But that the problem is the Great Debate Community is always going to be associated with me. Always, because I founded it on G+. I founded it on YouTube. I'm the one that built it up, and as soon as it started getting popular, people wanted to bite out of that.
Vegeta's a woman.
I mean,
there's an awful lot of women that come around here. Chrissy Santiago.
Yeah, but they're
Sarah,
just plants.
Super Energy.
Oh, you mean like Sokka?
And yeah, God forbid that sweet heathen. She comes around every so often. She might not be a real woman.
Well, I'm trying to list off more newer women that have come by. What's the percentages, Steve? You got your channel analytics.
Oh, it's still about 93 men, 93% men. It always has been.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty high actually.
Don't you mean 95%? Just saying.
Yeah. Just trying to be accurate because I think it was 93 last time I looked.
Yeah. Does anybody? Yeah. Do we have any more questions? Stuart hasn't answered me, so if he has answered me, he didn't tag me, and he should know better.
Continue on while I'm doing something real quick. Maybe out of Steve Selector asked me every time. I don't know how to do that, actually. I suck at it. Nikki's been trying to teach me.
Ash Scott makes a good point. The only person who gets to decide if the let me make sure I read this part. If a man's interaction with a woman is cringy, is the woman he's interacting with.
Yeah, they tell me. But you know what I find is that people, if I disagree with a woman, some not all by any means, but a couple out there, they'll feel like they're attacked and they'll use gender as a weapon. And
Kiri was hanging out with us the other day too.
And Amy, Kiri and Amy,
and Nikki.
We haven't heard
Nobody
from
got raped,
Sammy
by the way.
Jenkins here at all. Like Sammy hasn't said word one since he's been in this meet. So
I don't have a question, but I do have something to offer in regards to Katie. As a parent of a child with a legitimate disability, I can't understand any human being wanting to use their child for any gains at all if their child is legitimately disabled. And if they do, they are a piece of shit human. And that is all I have to say.
Dude, That is horrible. You can't say that about someone with a disabled child.
He can say whatever he wants.
It's a joke. Whatever.
I'll kill you, man.
I thought I was being funny.
You ain't funny.
Hashtag too soon. Hashtag too
You've never
soon.
been
Just
funny.
Guest just got here. We'll discuss this later. No, Sokka, we won't. Maybe
No.
I'm just ignorant, so set me straight. Show me where Steve's dissenters you mentioned just wanted money. I didn't say they just wanted money. I said that that is one of the big ones that they started complaining about. So yes, money was a factor. They also complained about how Steve was running the GDC, which didn't make any sense to me, considering that there were mods, and you could easily talk to Steve and say, "Hey,
He was a mod. Sokka was a mod. He never said anything. He was fine with everything. He didn't seem to be. If he did,
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that Sokka was a mod on the GDC. So again, there's three big problems that people had with Steve McRae on the GDC. One was this idea that Steve McRae was making a shit ton of money. It was something small. Like, what was it? Like $30 fucking dollars?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the exact range. I mean, I could show you the entire numbers, but I'm trying to think of how far back goes.
I don't need the exact numbers. It was just a pathetic amount. Okay, so it was a pathetic amount of money, but they thought in their heads that Steve McRae was making bank and about to pick out his new Lamborghini, and so they wanted a slice of that pie. Two, they were pissed that Steve McRae was the actual owner over something that they thought, oh, well, we all made it. Why should you be in charge? Because I made the fucking page.
Yeah.
You know, the Great Debate Community page is mine. The Great Debate Community, if you want to consider yourself that, be my fucking guest.
I never stopped anybody either.
But they thought that you were stealing the fucking name from them. How that makes any sense given the fact that you told them, go ahead and call yourself that. I don't give a shit. In fact, make your own community page called Great Debate Community and see if I give a shit. But whatever, they didn't seem to understand that. And based on that confusion,
they did try, by the way, but they failed some other stuff that they have the groups and the channels all failed because they weren't putting out content. All they were doing was talking crap about people.
And also that during that time, and this is this is 100% true, but it's very controversial to them. You were always right. And they didn't like that.
Yeah, well, the whole thing about, and I hate to bring it up, so plug your ears, but the whole atheist agnosticism thing,
here we go.
They lost their shit. Nate lost his shit. Heretic lost his shit. They couldn't handle the fact that I was right, and it all stemmed from that. That was the catalyst for all this drama.
Can I point out one thing?
Wait a second. Let's respond to that. I know he hates that, but was that not the catalyst for all this fucking drama? Is they couldn't stand the fact that I was explaining atheism in a different way? Am I in any way wrong on that, or am I being hyperbolic?
I feel like that was the catalyst for like just everything in general. I feel like I can blame that for every problem in my life.
And world hunger and
yes,
everything.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, they did
because of you.
They legit. That's the catalyst for everything. Straight up.
I literally. I mean, if people want to know, there's something that exists in the background where I have this shit literally typed up that goes over the entire history. You know, so none of this shit is news to me. I was there from the very beginning. I saw it unfold. I've seen it. I was fucking there. And so when Steve McRae, see, here's the thing. Steve McRae has this little personality trait where when he knows he's right, he ain't gonna fucking back down to people.
Yeah.
And that pisses some people off.
I can't deny that.
They were pissed off that Steve wouldn't, relinquish even a little bit to them. And so they decided to develop a hate boner because of it.
I can't disagree with that, actually.
So
and not only that, just making this clear, but they also tried to build this point up by saying that you were running it like a fucking dictator. Yeah, and so let me explain a certain event that happened that really kicked off people hating the living fuck out of Steve on the GDC. Steve McRae and Nate Brody were talking about quite literally the most mind-numbing subject one could possibly talk about that no one should ever talk about again, including you, Steve, and go fuck yourself if you disagree with that. The definition of atheism.
Which wasn't
the
conversation which was the topic.
Got heated, and this and so what happened was that Steve was like, look, we both agreed that we weren't going to talk about this shit. And I guess Nate Brody brought it up again, or you brought it up again. Someone brought it up again. Don't fucking know. Doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, Steve McRae had what I would consider a lapse in judgment and kicked him out of the GDC. 5 minutes later, literally less than 5 minutes later, realized that that was probably a dick thing to do and invited him back into the GDC with, by the way, an apology. And that apology was even accepted by Nate Brody himself. But that little lapse in judgment was seen as the perfect opportunity to crucify Steve McRae and label him a dictator of the GDC page, and said that he should surrender that which he worked hard for.
Instance, yeah.
Steve McRae said, fuck that shit, and I'm not doing it, and that's when people got all bent
quick,
out
I
of
put
shit.
the analytic up. We left around February 2018, give or take. That's about right. So from when I started this channel to about the date that we broke off with them, the channel made $38.44. That's what they were concerning themselves off. $38.
That's so sad.
And 44 cents. That's how sad
if they're concerned.
They
So
really
how many OGs is that? Are we talking like 7 people? So if we take $38 and we divide that into 7, if I send them all like that amount of pocket change, will we finally fuck off after 3 years?
But when I'm telling you about people being petty,
No,
that's how
seriously,
$38 we're talking about, people.
I'll go into my PayPal right now and be like, yo, let's take 38 whatever changes there, divide by 7. You guys give me your PayPal. I'll send you that amount, and then you can feel like you got a slice of that pie.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let's do that right now, because quite honestly, I'm sick of hearing of this shit.
Well, and we're not going to be doing much with it ever again. This is going to be the videos from this morning, and this one is going to be the ones that people need to point out to and say, look, if you think Steve stole the GDC, here's all the evidence. Go fuck off. I mean, there's nothing. All they're doing at this point is making themselves look like idiots. And if they think that I did anything illegal, they're making themselves look like idiots. We have other things that we want to attend to. We're going to go forward with our lives, just like Reds, myself, and Bullinator did before. We got rid of these shitty people for reasons. They're not going to drag us back in. They can run any script they want. We don't fucking care. We're doing very successful right now. And we have people that actually enjoy watching our shit that we are going to be putting out stuff for. I was going to say we could put out shit, but that would be like, well, I don't want to put out shit. But, so yeah. So.
Can I point out my little contradiction that I noticed?
Oh yeah, what's like though? The lovely Fiona, who will actually flag any channel that talks about her. So I'm not going to mention her last name, because she does that because she's a bitch. She says Steve McRae made sure to trash the reputation of anyone who knew the truth about him. Really, Fiona, what is the truth about me?
And somebody about talking about trashing people?
Right. Somebody who made a video trying to call me a rape apologist, talk about trashing reputations. Please, whose reputation did I trash, and what was the truth about it? I would love to know that, you lying bitch.
Fiona's in the chat right now talking shit?
You are a lying bitch, Fiona. Straight up lying bitch. By the way, I'm not mentioning your last name, so she can't strike this channel.
Could we also say probably that Fiona is the one who trashed her own reputation by being a slanderous piece of shit?
Yeah,
pretty much.
She destroyed her own reputation. And
it might even be more. It's more base level than that. She appeared on a show weekly for over 3 years almost that prides itself on talking shit about people.
That's all they do is talk shit.
That's literally the only person you have to blame for trashing your reputation is your fucking self. If you do that.
And so
just the show's name, Talking Shit Tuesday.
And that's why we didn't want to be around. We just wanted to go in a different direction. If people want to talk shit, God bless you. But I got to tell you, Fiona's reputation went to shit because instead of actually producing scientific content like I wanted to do.
Yeah, I also went after Astronomy Live, which was weird.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, same one as Astronomy Live. That's the same Fiona. She's known as the arbiter, or was that the what's her nickname from years ago? Not the Arbiter of Chaos, but the God, where's AT2 Production? But she's known to be the chaos person, to screw up everything. There's a lot that we could talk about with that. We're not going to, but I can tell you right now that she destroyed her own reputation. She has not affected my reputation. And if she thinks that I've gone after to destroy anybody's reputation, please, whose? And what was the truth about me?
Yeah. So can I point out my little thing here? There are 2 Dapper Dino channels. Did one steal one from the other one, even though one appeared first?
Nope.
No, they're completely unrelated. So yes, you can have, if they wanted to create another GDC, they could have created another GDC. That would have been a non-issue. Secondly, they also like to call Steve a hobo. So if he's hoarding and taking all of this money that he apparently made, how is he a hobo?
I guess it's one of the. It's kind of a contradiction.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know. I can answer this one.
I've been brutally honest. In the last 6 months,
I've been a bunch of money.
I've
You
been
don't
okay
spend
the last
any
6
of it,
months.
but you just have all the money.
I mean, I've been saving up because I want to be able to like have some stuff coming up here. But I spent money on my trip, but that's only been in the last 6 months. Before on that, I was living very on the poverty level because Kyle wasn't paying me, and he still owes me $30,000+. Which, by the way, I don't see anyone on that side going, "Hey, Kyle, where's the money?" Not one of them. Where are all these people going, "Kyle, where's the money? Show us the money, Kyle." They don't give a shit. They don't care. That's how dishonest all of them are. If you support Unirock, you are literally supporting somebody who stole $60,000 from the community. Straight up. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or bones about it. Oh my God, Keon is so cute. Keon says, "Oh wow, Steve pulled a document. Looks like illegal. Somewhere it says Non-Sequitur show is produced by the Great Debate Community. That's bollocks. That wasn't a legal document, you dumbass. I wrote that, you dumb fuck." Jesus Christ.
So
well, actually, Kyle wrote that one. I wrote one similar. We were doing ones for our own names so we could reach out to them. But we wrote that. That wasn't a legal fucking document, you dumb ass. Jesus Christ, dude.
It's too bad that Stuart decided to. It's too bad that Stuart decided to only just go to lurking instead of commenting anymore, because I guess the chat, Uniside chat, is calling Bull a liar.
Yeah, and they're all like, "PayPal
Keep
me,
paying
PayPal
him more money.
PayPal Unirock so they can spread more bullshit." Go ahead.
Yeah. I never ever said Kyle didn't give me any money. Kyle gave me more money than he gave Steve. Put that out there.
Oh yeah, because I got nothing.
But Steve gave me $300 out of his own pocket that I thought was coming from the channel. I never would have taken it had I known it was from his own pocket. And additionally, Kyle only paid me money so that I could produce his show. He was paying my internet bill. That's a channel expense.
That's it.
I totaled it up. It's roughly $700 for over a year's worth of work.
Yep.
That's fucking pathetic.
Especially
given how much work I put into some of them.
And by the way, I hired Bull,
and that would be an
investment,
paid, right?
He gets paid that day.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to wait the 30 days.
That would also be
no.
These are
I
the
get
same
paid per
people.
show from Steve.
Yeah.
These are the same people that called Dave McGinnis and Bull bigots.
The same ones.
Oh, because he asked me. Dave McInnes is beautiful and a great person.
I didn't record Kyle without his
luxurious
knowledge.
hair.
I didn't record Kyle at all. The only time I tried to record Kyle, and it was on record on my channel, was when Kyle went on his Discord server to spew shit again when people were like, okay, maybe, and it got recorded by others too.
Yeah, which wasn't without his knowledge.
I actually took it down because I was gonna actually try to talk to Kyle and see what his side was, because he hasn't talked to me since he told me he needed people around him he could trust. Right. After asking me to lie to Steve.
And which, by the way, we documented. But real quick, since nobody's going to be giving him to talk to us, I guess, I'll just read off some of the stuff in their live chat. McCrae keeps saying that it was the money stolen from the community. When a donation is made, it's no longer the money's donator's money. When the money is given in pretense to be split between two people, and it's not, there's a problem. When people, hey Chess, what happens when somebody gives a super chat and they say this is earmarked for you? What happens?
You give it to me.
Whoa! What a fucking concept!
Wow.
Right? I mean, they don't understand this how a friendship would work, how a business relationship would work. Right?
Hey,
when people donated money to the channel, it wasn't all supposed to go to
Stuart,
Kyle.
stop trying to move your conversation when you're making public claims into private. I told you to take your time and answer, and you remained silent. We understand that you're at work. I was saying it was a shame that you're not commenting. So since you're back, do you want to address any of the shit that I've said? Cool, thanks. That'd be great. Don't forget to tag me.
Also, Bull, quick question. When I said that we were having a fundraiser for you, what happened with that money?
You brought it to me personally. In fact, that's how I fucking met you. You were bringing money to me and handed it to me so that I could pay my goddamn rent. And stay another month in that place.
Interesting. And
Athena's asking for some of that money.
Somebody who actually got paid for something, or got some money, well, not paid, but actually got some money from people, as they said they were going to do, which was charitable. Okay.
Yeah.
It's almost like Kyle just wanted to use his own money for himself, and fly to different places.
That's how it's supposed to work. When you say that if you are a person of integrity and honor, you will do shit like that. Kyle didn't do that, so what does that say about him?
Well, and Stuart says he'll talk to me off air one of these when he's not at work. I said fine. I'm fine with that, because you know what I find is I find a lot of people, they listen to a lot of bullshit and then they believe it, and then when they find out the truth, they're like, oh fuck. It's like, okay, but you know what?
Yeah,
I
I've talked to Stuart in DMs. I explained a good amount. I took a lot of time out of my very, very busy day, especially the day that he decided he wanted to talk to me on. I addressed a good number of concerns that he had. Main one was around the screenshot of Leslie's YouTube content. I addressed that, explained it to him, and he has spent the last bunch of time deciding to go to hang out in Unirock's channel and not,
so Di
not
says,
chat with us
hi,
anymore.
Steve. Thanks for reading my comment.
By the way, Fiona, once again, there was no fraud. Actual lawyers have looked into it. Please stop talking out of your ass.
That's just an outright lie. Thanks for reading my comment.
Sounds like shit, and we all know why.
Thanks for reading my comment, you troll. You're consumed with emotion. Whether I have emotion or not doesn't change the fact that you're fucking wrong, dude. That's what I don't get. You're wrong. Like, legit wrong. Money was given to be given out to multiple people. You're literally don't care about that. So, yeah, my emotions don't weigh into actually what's called material facts. Yeah. These people are fucking stupid, man.
I enjoy that they seem to imply, like, they get really, really mad, like, all of the time, and then project it on everybody else. Like, are any of us angry?
They're always
None
angry.
of us are mad.
I know. I'm drinking scotch. I'm having fun, and they're so hateful of me. They're so angry.
I'm so mad.
The only thing I can say is that
you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Does that count?
Make me when I'm mad. Yeah, no, they are like some of the most. They live in a perpetual state of just being butthurt.
Glorious.
Wait, True Tech, you get 80 grand a year off of a laundromat? I'm in the wrong fucking business, dude. Seriously.
They can get I know a person who runs a laundromat. They can be profitable.
Location.
Yeah.
Well, it's as if the being emotional would be a bad thing anyway, because it's not.
Nobody likes
being upset that
emotional.
people are lying about you isn't something that you shouldn't necessarily get frustrated with. But they're implying that having any kind of emotion about some bullshit people are saying about you would be a bad thing, and it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you get emotional, somehow it validates what you're saying. TJ Tuttle, $2. I found Jim Major's eyeglasses in my bed. Why was Jim Major's? Oh, I know. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he figured it out.
Yeah, I don't judge.
Hello, elusive man. Welcome in.
What's going on, you guys? How you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Nice to be here. So you guys have a nice little rum and coke night over here?
Dude.
Yeah.
Scotch. I guess Kyle's gonna go on Unirock to spew more bullshit.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Awesome?
I mean, I saw it go down live, and I got the screenshots.
Unirock is like literally taking 180 from the truth. It's like everything that I could possibly say that's wrong, he's doing. It's amazing. It's like it's so predictable.
Yeah, and it's kind of predictable, and it's sad, but hey, that's how some people operate, and you got to be able to preempt that stuff. And I mean, it's all on the lawsuit thing, right? That's what he wants to talk about. That's what he's going for.
And by the way, defend listen, man, this idiot's going. Steve is fuming.
Does he look mad?
Do they not know what these words like used? Do they not understand how these words are particularly used? Because it's like fucking weird.
What are you talking about? They were saying earlier that we're all panicking.
Yeah, panic mode.
Glorious.
Yeah, you guys look like you're panicking to me right now. Drinking your alcohol in your beds and chilling.
I'm actually glad Kyle went to Uni's channel because
God, yes.
Fucking all it does is illustrate his character. Like, okay, now you're associating with somebody who fucking destroyed a wildly successful YouTube channel on the basis of I don't like Steve and there's people that don't like Steve, so therefore I have to kowtow to them. And that's or he was intentionally dishonest from the get-go, which is a possibility too. So either way, Kyle's a piece of shit. who fucking tried to put me in the middle of two grown men who should have been able to have a conversation, but one of them wasn't. Hint, it wasn't Steve that wasn't having the conversation. It was Kyle.
You know, I'm kind of glad Kyle came out of the woodwork a little bit. I was hoping that maybe this email stuff would bring him out a little bit, because I want to go full barrel. I want people to recognize the fact that we've been telling the truth from day one. When we get the channel back, it's just going to be more icing on the cake, you know?
It's actually really interesting to me why he posted the food thing.
I don't know.
What? So bizarre.
It was like some kind of horror monster, like peeking behind the corner of something.
Yeah. I have no idea.
I'm here.
He just
Horror
wants to
monster.
head out a little bit.
I wondered if it was something like some kind of plausible thing to make people waste time. Like, I have a job cooking right now, and then you just look up where the image came from.
I still
could eventually
think
guess.
with Uni's stream and this bizarre recent post, it feels like he wants to make some sort of a comeback.
That's what he's trying to do right now. This
well,
is
and
his
that's
comeback.
by the way, that's another reason why I thought it was appropriate to finally release some of this stuff, because it is getting near that time where that channel was going to be ordered to come back to us, and Kyle's been coming out of the woodwork a little bit more, so I figured this needed to be done, because at this point, anybody who believes Kyle, I question your sanity. I do.
I mean, if you want it legally back and everything's there shouldn't be any question on who was the good guy and who's the bad guy, right?
Oh, I already won. Yeah.
What are they? Yeah, you already won. So what are they going to do? Character assassination after the fact?
Yeah, that's pretty much
that
what
seems.
they're trying to do.
Well, here's the thing,
And
though.
during.
Also, Lucy, man, Kyle tried to go on without me. You saw how those shows went.
Yeah, they did not go well.
Yeah, there's something to
Not
be
well.
said for just because Steve won the case doesn't mean that he would be in the right. It is literally all of the information as to why he won the case,
Yeah.
which is one of the main things being that Kyle never showed the fuck up.
And then lied about it.
Never showed up?
No, he didn't file anything. Then he lied about it, say, well, I was going to vacate, and I filed, and and it was like, oh, I filed, but it didn't work. I mean, it was a bunch of nonsense one after another,
Wow, that sounds like nonsense. I mean, non-sequitur, and that's how it came down, but at least it's coming back to daddy, so to speak.
Yep. So, I mean, if he wants to try to make a comeback, go for it. But we're never gonna let people forget what Kyle did. Kyle destroyed that show. He didn't pay me. There's no possible way you get around that. I dare anybody to show that he paid me a dime. Go ahead. The only money he ever gave me was the first one or two times that I had to give Mool in here some money. He was restituted to me. He gave me some restitution. But other than that, I was like, okay, I give you money. And some of it was I asked to be on the P&L report, and some of it I gave a couple $100 just out of my straight pocket. Didn't even bother with Kyle.
Wow.
So
maybe if he had taken a bus to Faithless Forum, he could have paid Boole. I don't know.
I wasn't one of the cool kids for Faithless Forum.
Kyle was simultaneously in poverty, but also massively wealthy somehow.
Yeah.
Like, what was
I
that
just
one
enjoyed
stream he said?
watching Kyle's background get better. Like, if you go back and look at the old Non-Sequitur episode, look at Kyle's background improve and get better and better.
I was just waiting for it to become like Versailles in the background with like butlers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm glad all this is out. At this point, anybody who ever brings up any of this stuff, just show them these videos. This video and the one before, especially. I'm not going to be wasting my time with it.
You know what's going to be great?
Is
Well,
Boole
he's
allowed to
demanding.
share the Discord thingy?
What about the Discord?
Is
What
he
about
allowed
it?
to share that really long recording? Because that is the most
Yeah.
damning thing I've ever heard.
I have a copy of that, sure.
Actually,
that stuff is
I-
powerful.
I don't
Proof of
have
being.
I don't have a recording of Discord. I actually got it from somebody else, so I don't even know if I have it anymore.
I have
the
recordings.
only reason I had the recording of that was because the very people we're talking about also said Kyle needed a less autistic producer, so they were using my autism as a weapon too. So, and that's right there is when
Such great people there, Bull.
Dragnot actually lost any possibility of me being nice to him ever again.
By the way, correct
Fuck
me,
you. Fuck you all.
Not to go into great detail. Correct me if I'm wrong. Who was it suggested to Katie Polson to go mass flag channels?
That lawyer that she said that she met and was talking to, I believe his name was Dragnot,
Okay,
according to her.
I wasn't sure.
Oh my gosh.
Of that. Yes, I was, but.
That's just
well,
what
I heard Uni wanted to talk to Steve finally. Yeah, that's what the word on the street was. He was like, Steve, I want you to come on my show, Steve. If you're really a big man and you want to not be a Grinchy, you're going to come on my show, Steve. You're not going to go to DeFango and hide behind him.
Hey, listen, man, correct me if
That's a
I'm
good
wrong.
impression.
Wasn't he?
Elusive, you're scaring me right now because you're too fucking good at that.
You sound just like him, by the way.
Well, I practiced a lot. This is
Elusive,
an ongoing thing.
Tell me if this is not the exact truth. You gave him 24 hours notice. He said fine. He was supposed to go on your show. You set it all up because he invited himself last time. He didn't show.
Correct.
So you set up something else. You said, okay, let's do this.
But it wasn't 24 hours notice, though. That's the he did the tweet, and then as soon as he did the tweet, I set up the show right then.
Oh, okay,
so as soon as he put the tweet out, I put it out there so that he had time for it. I just gave him I think it was 15 or 16 hours. It wasn't a full 24.
Okay, close.
But it was the day before.
Day before,
right? It was the day before.
So you were waiting for him to show up. He didn't show. I decided to come in. Then Chess decided to come in, and we both were like, you know what? If he still wants to come in, either one, we can leave, or two, bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna do it on his channel so he can get some views out of it.
We also offer.
That's all he wants.
Fuck his ass. It's ridiculous. But I'm not gonna do it on his channel. I'll do it on Elusive Man's. He get all the money from it. I don't give a shit. I don't do it for the money. I'm happy to do it just for free to shove his head up his ass.
Keep in mind that we also actually offered any of Uni's mods or anybody who wants to defend Uni could come in that day as well.
Yep.
So Stuart actually was offered that offer by name on that stream as well, and as was Snowdog.
Yep.
And they didn't show up.
Oh, yeah, and so was Navy Tex, by the way. All of them
man,
were invited to come on and talk, and we would have muted.
Just for your edification now, those offers are no longer on the table because we got other shit we got to do, and we're not going to keep playing this fucking game with them. They can suck it.
Well, that's the game that he wants to play with you, though.
I know,
you
but
guys
he's not going to get it because
that.
I have other things I'm pushing for, and I'm doing. I might mention his name here so often, but I'm never going to go on his channel. He's out of his mind.
I already know this. See, the thing is that Uni is a obvious attention whore. So if you starve him of that attention, he's gonna lose his shit.
Oh, he already had. He wants. Please, Steve, talk about me, Steve. Please, I love you, Steve. It's weird.
Hey, Reds, did you have anything to add about Science First?
What?
Did you have anything to add about Science First?
No, not really. I've pretty much said all I needed to say on Twitter. He said that he was going to finally fuck off and that he never wants to hear Steve McRae's name ever again. And I'm like, fucking finally.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't believe him.
One of them figured it out. One of them figured it out. Oh my God, we hate Steve so much. We can leave and not talk about it anymore. We don't have to stop him to the corner of the internet that he ever goes and bring up old shit that we don't want to talk about that triggers us. Weird.
I don't get it because they've got to know.
That's crazy.
I mean, there's been maybe 2 or 3 people that have changed their sides. You know, and Stewart, Anti-Ordinary, and maybe 1 or 2 others. Not a hell of a lot. But there's been thousands of people that have recognized now that these are shitty people, like we've been saying all along. So I don't know. I don't think their game plan works really well.
I think at this point, the only thing that you, Steve, should be focused on is what's going to happen with the channel once you get it back.
Working on it.
Because you will get it back. And just focus on making it a success like we know it's going to be. And you're going to see... Look at the ratings of the show after Kyle stole it. See how they all went into the toilet. Watch them completely make a 180 once Steve McRae is.
Oh, well, that can't happen because I'm immediately gonna come in there, ruin everything because Steve never had drama before I was around, and I'm gonna steal it.
Chess who?
Chess who? What? Huh? No.
New host. Who dis?
I think you guys got it right, dude. Like, oh, by the way, I just wanted to point out that Science First guy sucks because, like, I tweeted at him, and then I feel like he immediately blocked me after that. So I was like, all right, so you're definitely a bitch. So I'm done with you.
Shocker, dude.
And, like, it's not a shocking at all. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna strike your channel because it's defamation. I mean, like, how's it defamation if you're arguing about it with us? Like, what the? How is that defamation? You're the one that's saying the shit, and we're the ones that are talking to you. I don't understand.
So dumb.
He's dumb. So dumb.
I had
in my opinion.
These guys exposed themselves. They didn't really need me to do anything. What's that, Reds? Sorry, what?
I had that one debate with him. Let's just say I wasn't impressed.
Oh yeah. Well, the fact that he was just dismissive of Chesh and talking over. And by the way, there was no lag. That was bullshit.
Dude, he was awful.
He was just screeching over Reds the whole time.
At the beginning, it was kind of plausible because you could hear him listening in the background.
After the first couple minutes, within 10 minutes, the lag was not an issue.
He also got rid of his echo too, so he must have stopped the video.
Yeah, he might have gotten his headphones, like he said.
But who else does
he
that
acted
too?
like it was a big deal, but
yeah, he blamed us for it, which was really funny.
That was weird.
That was
bizarre.
Well,
you didn't give me the time to get myself set up in Hangouts, dude.
You started a timer. You're the one who said
it's 3 little dots. I can click it right now and change where the audio is going and where my microphone's going.
He got triggered.
No, I'm actually to be fair, guys.
But he was not a genius, dude. He's got a master's degree in bullshit or whatever, not computers.
He's dot phobic. He can't click them.
Well,
he's
I
not
actually
a savant.
I actually want to give Science First some credit because he figured it out. If you have a problem with Steve McRae, if just the sound of his name causes you to just fucking lose your shit, leave. And he said that he's not going to pay any more attention to you. He's going to move on and do whatever else that he does.
No,
you know what?
I miss him. I don't want him to do that. I'm going to miss him. He needs to pay attention to me.
I really hope.
Dave, don't fuck this up.
You need your trolls, bro. You need your trolls.
They don't know how much.
But that's the thing is, maybe you get a better troll than him for 2020. Maybe it's good that he's gone.
Yeah, you know,
better
just
troll.
I have all the best trolls.
Uni's your new troll. Let that guy go.
Troll. It's a little.
Let
troll.
the other guy come in.
I have to give him credit that he's now making the right decision. I think other people should take note. If you have a problem with Steve McRae, I got great news for you. You don't have to pay any attention to him. If it is the case that he's fucking up so bad, let Steve McRae die a slow internet death.
Right? I mean, because they've been saying that for how many years?
And it's I don't know, 3, 4.
Do you know one of the last things I heard after I closed Uni's stream because it became unbearable was he said Reg Rhetoric is the head of the troll army that acts like a wall between Steve and Fags.
Dude, he was saying that Reg was setting his army of trolls in today. I heard him say that on stream, like in the first 5 minutes.
The way they use these words "troll" is like
they talk every day. They're best friends. Though.
Yeah. My army. Here's the thing. The people that follow Steve McRae are also some of the people that follow me. They're more likely to tell me to go fuck myself, take my orders.
Right? I guarantee it right now. If I told my audience to go do something that was fucked up, they would tell me to shove it up my ass. They would.
I just realized I forgot to tweet this.
Yeah,
that is interesting.
I've gone out of my way to cultivate independent minds. Not groupthink. In fact, we call people that are like that.
Together.
It's like
I'll say it once now. Not hive mind.
That's like saying you're special, just like everybody else.
The people that follow me are their own minds. They can decide for themselves. They're like, no, fuck you, right? I don't need to do that shit, and that's what they're probably going to say. So,
And along those lines, if Kyle had been the victim and Steve had been the person who doing all the shit that you all say he did, I would be sitting next to Kyle right now, not Steve McRae.
Well,
so don't get it twisted, people.
Can we point out also that if Steve was the person and not Kyle, that not only would all of us be sitting here doing this with Kyle instead of with Steve, but you notice the people who aren't here, who special plead for the other side.
You mean the ones that Kyle lied to?
The ones that Kyle lied to, the ones who haven't made any public support, the ones who refused to apologize, the ones who made claim and then never publicly apologized to either you or the fans.
Like Mr. Atheist, College Engineer, Kate and Chloe, Katie Paulson. Yeah, those guys.
You want a list?
I want a big list. Dude, I would talk to Leslie today.
What? Elusive Man, go ahead.
I said I talked to a Leslie girl today, and you know, I just have to put this out there just to give Steve McRae some credit because I was like, look, I sent her everything that I would ask for. Like, I'd made her a long little like DM message.
You're talking about Leslie
I just
Bass,
said,
right?
Yeah, Leslie Bass. And I said, hey, this is really ridiculous how you guys have created this situation. This is what you need right now. If you post this, this, and this, or if you post this, you can stop whatever's going on. And I was like, then here's what you do in order to actually get a claim into YouTube correctly to get, the video where she, doxes you down at least. And I was like, and on top of that, I was like, I'm just trying to help here, but like it seems a little strange, like you keep like staving the thing off. You just need to either say that you got the strike or show that your live streaming is gone or don't, and like kind of end this thing right now. Because I mean, saying that you're going to take legal action on somebody for this shit isn't really smart to me, because like what's the only thing that you can really do at this point is sue her for defamation. If she said a bunch of untrue shit about you, you could possibly do that, and you could go to the police, file a police report, and then possibly get a temporary restraining order on her or a protection order on her. But like that's basically the only legal avenue that she has right now at this point with what has happened. So like saying that you're going to collect a bunch of screenshots and stuff of what they're doing is all great for like a future case, but at the present time, like it just seems that it would be a lot easier for them to just say what's actually show the shit.
She makes it very difficult.
Yeah, she's making it super difficult, like super difficult.
Well,
and I was just
I ran into that same wall.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But I was trying. And by the way,
hang on. Someone in the live chat was like, apparently this quote unquote breakup between Uni and me reminded someone of a Taylor Swift song. Dear God.
Could be.
Oh man.
I'll write something for you guys.
Is it the one where Taylor Swift is like, hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend? Oh, that's Avril Lavigne.
That's Avril Lavigne.
What's the one where she's like,
you're Canadian too.
He wears pink. I wear short. She wears shorts, girls. I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain, and I'm on the bleachers. That one? Is it that one? Is it that one where?
That's the same song.
Let's shake it off, isn't it?
Well, that's the one where Reds is basically the comparison I'm making is Reds is dating Steve and Uni's jealous.
Well, I don't blame him. By the way, yes, it is true. Reds is a bottom. It's true. So, just to let you know, Chesh and I, Chesh actually was going to do an interview, but today, but I guess it got postponed. But we did have person M call back, the person who received those screenshots that we were talking about. It is not Kim, as Uni Rock had said. Uni Rock and Katie both said that it was Kim. It's not. Her name is Lori. Kim put out a video on it. She was correct on that. She got some, I think, dates wrong or some time frame wrong, supposedly. But that person did exist. They talked for me for about another hour. They're willing to come on and have a recorded session about their experience and who the person X is. They're convinced unequivocally that those screenshots were legit. But I told people I would continue in the background as much as I needed to try to figure it out. I still want to know. But to let people know that person M, the only person they trust in all of this is me. Their words. Because I've been the only person that's been honest with everybody from day one. I mean, that may not be true. There might be some other people that are honest that she doesn't think so. I don't know. But I'm the only person that she actually has trusted, because I'm the only person that has actually kept my promises to her and done everything that I said I was going to do, and then listened to her, what she had to say, and not change her story. And so we're trying to get her to do a little interview with us. She doesn't want to do it live. I don't blame her. But this narrative that she's Kim or there's me or Chesh, that we had anything to do with faking anything, is bullshit. So,
not everybody is comfortable with doing lives, and it's not fair to expect them to be.
Yeah, and I have no problem with that. But I have a reputation for that, and these people that are trying to destroy my reputation, they know that. They know I've got a killer reputation for being honest and stuff like that, and so they have to tear that down, because they can't down the arguments, so they've got to go after my reputation, which actually worked out in my advantage for like reasons to believe, because they know all about this stuff, and they're like, this is like, we want to talk about this kind of stuff and why this happens to Christians too.
I think my reputation's in trouble whenever my name brings up a fucking Taylor Swift song.
Right?
Jesus fuck.
Oh, by the way, if you guys see Robbie Jenkins, tell her thank you for me. For the $1 she gave me for PayPal.
Oh, hey, Ryrez, why don't you come in and ask? We can get you the link. You've been in here.
Why does Ryrez still have a wrench? I thought he converted to the other side. But by the way, we've already we've already over that yesterday, like the day before yesterday. Why
Yeah,
don't you go
but
watch
this
those
is, to
things?
be fair, this is a day that we did say that we would answer questions
Yeah,
about this
whatever.
kind of stuff, and it came up.
Why don't you just ask?
Did you take away his wrench though?
I should.
Wow. Well, that's cool though. I mean, I get that.
My mod's like, I got to try.
We don't want another uni rock happening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I follow Ryrez for very superficial reasons.
I mean, he's walking him around.
get-
I mean, it's my mods. I got to be able to try. So I think most people would understand that, right? Because especially after the uni rock thing, you know.
Yeah, there's a little bit. It's a little bit questioning about that. But I mean,
what happened with that again? What did he do?
Oh, when he showed up on the GDC channel and started hiding and removing people that were watching the show, and then bragged about it.
That's
there were also,
totally not cool,
right?
Also, I can actually also confirm another reason why we're being a little bit concerned about wrenches right now, and one of them is that in Uni's Discord they were having discussion with people who still had wrenches, claiming that they were going to come in and start fucking with us.
Yeah.
And see how many people they can hide and remove before we caught them doing it.
I'm gonna be a little bit paranoid on that. So.
See, Ryrez is doing the honorable thing. He's doing the take my wrench away. That's no problem.
Fine. No, cool.
But Ryrez, why don't you come in and ask your questions?
Hang on. Let me respond to something. At Reds Ray, the funniest thing said was Reds and I talked often. That's not true. You all have seen it. I sure as fuck haven't. Not to mention the time he said, "Don't tell anyone." LOL. Like you're not the most straightforward.
All right, does Ryrez want to come in?
That actually did happen. That happened only once, and I can go ahead and just spill the beans on this one because I quite frankly don't give a shit. Dragnaut was in Uni's live chat, and Uni was trying to find a way to get him to fuck off, and wasn't doing a really good job. So what happened was that Drag was in live chat saying that Cheshire is a short white girl with daddy issues.
I remember that.
And then I'm like, hey, Uni, just so you know, Dragnaut's also a short white girl with actual daddy issues. Damn, I love the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, but you didn't hear this from me. But there you go.
So does Ryrez, you want to come in?
Damn. Thanks for that spicy meatball.
No, we weren't talking about you, Ryrez. No, you didn't do that. That was something that you did.
She
We're just being a little bit cautious with the mobs that
he
are
doesn't want to come in, so can we just ask this question on here? And by the way, I don't even need to answer this because everybody else knows the answer already. He asked, what is the reason that Steve chose to believe that Earl Warden is innocent of the 1986 conviction, which I think was 95, but a few of the best reasons for the decision I'm looking for. The first question to be asked is, who said that I said he was innocent? How can I believe something that I've never said?
I think I already answered this on my Twitter today.
Yeah, we've addressed this a good number of times.
I don't know how many times I explained it. If you ask a bad question, you're not going to get an answer properly, because I never said he was innocent.
The question is why. What he's really asking is why are you giving him the benefit of the doubt? And so, what are you giving?
Question.
Let me ask the question, so hopefully we can clear this up. First off, what are you giving him the benefit of the doubt about? What are you giving the benefit of the doubt of?
That there was things about the story that just didn't add up, that they found out later actually wasn't true, like the gun wasn't true. He's maintained his innocence from day one. He has his explanation of it. He does auditing with against the police, which is something that I take very seriously. I think that it is something that needs to be done. A lot of people have heard his story as well, and they seem to not have an issue with his story. And he was very forthright with me. And he also said to me, there's a group of people out there that were running narrative about him and lying about him. And the reason I believe him on that is because he said there's a Discord where they say to do this. And I thought to myself, look, I've had this happen to me. I can relate to this. And you know what? I found out he was telling the truth because I was in that Discord that he was talking about. And as soon as I went in there to go do a show with Black Label, Cop Watch, was it Black Cop Watch label? What's his name?
Black Label Cop Watch?
Yeah, Black Label Cop Watch. As soon as I went in there to do a show with him, they all jumped on me, trying to convince me what a bad person he was. And I said, look, I'm not here to talk about Dave. I'm here to talk about First Amendment auditing. They would not leave me alone. And they got violent. They got more vicious with me. And after I said, well, I'm not interested in doing this, they stalked me for weeks and harassed me, just like they were doing to him. So if he was telling me the truth about that, I'm going to give a little more benefit of the doubt to him.
So let me clarify one thing. You said that you're giving him the benefit of the doubt when he says that he maintains his
that was
innocence.
afterwards too, but I mean, there was things before that he told me that again that there was people, and then I saw this troll group. I know who the troll group is.
Okay, I'm not worried about the troll group.
Yeah.
When you say that you are giving him the benefit of the doubt that he maintains his innocence, does that mean that you think he is innocent, or does that mean
I have no
something
opinion either
else?
way. I can't say that I think he's innocent. I mean, I tend to believe that I believe that he believes the story.
I think that's what people are getting confused about. They're getting confused that when you say you're giving him the benefit of the doubt that he maintains his innocence, that you're saying that he is innocent.
Oh, different thing. Completely different thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So can you please clarify what you mean by that?
Yeah. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that I believe there's probably more to the story and that I don't have an ability to weigh in on it properly. Right? So I can't say that he's innocent. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't there to talk to him about that. I was there to talk about First Amendment auditing.
Okay, so you're willing to give him the benefit of the doubt that he maintains his innocence, that you believe that he thinks that he is innocent.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm convinced he believes
Not
it. Yeah.
that he necessarily is innocent.
Yeah, that I will go on record. I believe that he believes he's innocent. Yes. It seems to me that be the case.
There are errors in the police report, errors that some have been confirmed, but when he's saying that he's maintaining his innocence, there may be more errors that have yet to be confirmed.
Possible.
Okay. There we go.
I think he thinks he's innocent. Yeah.
Ryrez, does that answer your question?
What I also pointed, and Steve, you tell me if you agree with this. What I posted on Twitter was Steve believes him to the point of giving him the benefit of the doubt, not that he is 100% innocent or that the victim is lying, because Steve made it clear his position is not a knowledge claim, and holding such a position is not rape apologetics, whether or not you like said position.
Yeah, and my question is this: why do I care? I mean, why should anybody care what I believe? Why is it relevant? Why is it beef?
Right.
If you want to remember, if people really gave a shit, why are they not going asking him? Why don't they go ask the people that he's dealing with right now? I had the guy on one time.
Because you're the guy.
It is pretty weird.
You're the guy that
they're attacking.
This little sliver.
The hate boner is with you, not him.
There you go.
So you are the target.
Right.
You're the target. You're the one that they're going after. So everybody focuses on you while not going after the targets or soft targets, which are generally like women or people that they feel like they could have an alliance with, which is why when this whole thing started, I kept on mentioning the whole Kyle situation, because I knew that was Unirock's, ace up his sleeve, or so forth or so on.
Sad ace. The ace that Reds debated that owes Reds $100 is a better ace.
True.
Well, things happen. People are not smart.
You guys could have OPT.
Things happen. You're to ear, folks. Elusive Man 2020. Things happen and people aren't smart. I like it.
So, Rez, does that answer your question? Because again, I don't know how many times I could say the same thing. I mean, how many different versions we could say it, and why does it matter? I mean, I don't give a shit one way or another. I'm not here to be the guy's fucking lawyer, dude.
Oh wait, so hold on. Wait, who's saying that? Apparently, people are saying me and Reds are dating now. I can't be dating Reds. I'm married to Jared.
And
make up your mind.
And having a torrid affair with Elusive Man.
Oh hell yeah!
No, he just dreams that actually.
Yeah, Jared and Chesh have been soul bonded for.
Wait,
don't complain about that.
Don't it send dreams into my brain?
Yeah, he's gonna have nightmares tonight.
I understand.
In any case, I'm bringing the camera.
I understand something. When it comes to Cheshire, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I wanted to, but she's turned me down every single time. So,
Reg touched me, by the way.
So is Elusive?
What? Can you want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it. He touched me in ways that I never thought about.
I'm not rejecting you. I mean, I just don't know if I can make it inside to Canada.
I've never met Reds yet.
That's a good vibe. I like that.
Reds, this is worse. Reds looked at me.
Whoa.
Wait,
I gotta ask
did he look at you with those hungry eyes?
I gotta ask Reds.
I don't.
So Reds, here's
that damn male gaze.
So Reds,
I can't remember.
Hang on.
Like literally, it was, like I don't remember. It was traumatic.
Reds. Okay, so one of the narratives out there is that me and you are fighting for Cheshire's hand or something along the lines, and the only reason I'm winning is because I have some dirt on you that if you fuck with me, I'm gonna I don't know what I'm gonna do something with it. I guess
I have more dirt on you, motherfucker.
Right. I don't want to ever piss off Reds, man. They'll fucking destroy me.
Why can't I be with everybody?
You know,
Who says you
it's
haven't?
it's like I once showed Cheshire.
That's a very poly view
about
of life.
Yeah.
Well, I sent Cheshire a news article about a woman who married her stalker, and I was like, Chesh, this could be us, but you keep calling the police.
I mean, there was that, but also, is it possible that I could be with nobody?
Well, you're with yourself.
Yeah, you could be a monk, female nun.
Or maybe I could be with somebody who isn't part of streaming? Whoa. What if that happened?
Puck is getting excited.
That I can't hear any more of this
You
heresy.
just accuse me of bestiality.
I've seen it on video before, man. I guess I was watching the news thing, and something came up on the news about this streamer that literally on a Twitch stream was doing something with her dog, and I'm like, no, this did not happen. It happened.
See,
hey, we have a wild heathen.
Hello.
Oh yeah, hello. I'm. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, new channel. Who dis?
New headset. Who
Yeah.
dis? Hopefully it's working through that.
Wow.
It wouldn't let me adjust before I came on.
Somebody. Yeah, no, it sounds like you're good. Somebody just
Okay.
To wrap up what we're saying, Fourth Dimensional Jake. Well, Ryrez says it matters to me, but didn't answer our question as far as I saw. So Ryrez, if you please answer the question, can you please tag me in it? The question was, does that answer your question? And why does it matter to you? Because saying it matters to you doesn't answer the question. And Fourth Dimensional Jake said at Steve that it's relevant because you're platforming someone. It looks like you agree with or support that person and speaks to your character.
That's not how any of these platforms work.
Outright, let me finish. It also speaks to your character if you were outright believing someone who was. I'm assuming they mean convicted of.
So let me kind of understand this. There's been multiple instances of African Americans being falsely convicted who people thought were innocent. So what kind of character is a person to believe somebody regardless of a conviction? If that was the case, I'm not understanding that. To me, it takes a higher ethical person to listen to a story and to give a benefit of the doubt and at least be open-minded than it is to condemn somebody merely because of what you see on paper. Because I know from experience that there people in the legal system have gotten screwed. Now, I'm not saying that he got screwed. I don't know. He claims, there's more to it. But, the people that are trying to judge me for ethics are not even ones who even study ethics. So how dare they try to criticize me, who actually takes ethics very seriously, right?
I would also like to point out that there's actually an error in there, and the error in there is essentially, well, there's a few errors. There's a lot to unpack here. Let's take a look at it. You've got somebody saying that you've platformed somebody, and so your issue then is with platforming.
Well, the platforming,
and then it's talking about implying that platforming is agreeing with somebody or agreeing with an act that they did in the past, which is not.
There's a difference. Platforming would be to have him come on to advocate something like, "Oh, I'm going to advocate everybody should be raped." That would be platforming. Having somebody come on to talk about a different subject.
That's a game that I don't want to play.
You also can't start having an argument about whether, like, if you want to have the argument about somebody shouldn't be platformed, okay, why shouldn't this person have been platformed? Is it because they have a previous conviction that they've done the time for? If that's the case, and you agree with that, then you're just advocating essentially at that point to deplatform anyone who
conviction. By the way,
criminal history.
I'm obviously not going to name names. I know there's people in this community that have been convicted of felony crimes.
Yes.
Okay, and I still have them around. I believe people can be remorseful. I can believe things can happen. Who I have on my channel is nobody has any right to say. If they don't like who I've on, don't watch. I'm not going to change how I do things, and I'm not going to change how I am because I've been having people try to run narrative. That's never. Matter of fact, this channel has become successful because I'm willing to have people on the channel that other channels probably wouldn't have. People wouldn't have David Silverman on. They were scared to have David Silverman on because Matt Dillahunty was throwing his weight around, right? Mm-hmm. I wasn't scared.
I was going to platform somebody back during the start of my channel. And I wasn't going to debate him. I was going to interview him because he legitimately thinks the moon is a fucking hologram. If that's awesome. That dude, does that mean that I automatically agree with everything this dude tells me?
Right.
Yep.
Apparently so, right? All right. Anyways, Heathen, you wanted to get some stuff in.
It does not equal agreement. It does not equal that you are calling whatever potential victim there may be a liar. That's a complete fucking jump that you can't fucking justify, or anyone else for that matter.
Totally agree.
I also want to specify that Fourth Dimensional Jake wasn't speaking for themselves. They were giving an example.
Yeah. All right. Heathen, now that you have arrived, would you like to add something to this dialogue?
Oh, now that I've arrived, you mean now that Chesh sent me a link that I've been asking for the past hour?
She's so bad at this nowadays. You know, she has one job.
You had one job, Chesh.
Dude, you had one
Are
job.
you kidding?
She sent me the link like
no,
fast
wait,
as hell.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I have you on my Facebook, Sweet. You could have asked me for it. Yeah.
Are you
Just
butthurt
saying
over
that Chesh said it's
Sweet?
fast as hell.
I did ask you, and I asked here, and you normally just send it, so I'm actually very hurt, but I'm here, and I'm only here for Chesh, so fuck you.
I see it. Now I see it.
The two of you could be you dressed. You could be members of a
I can't
'90s
read
band.
that, obviously, but no,
Sweet
bad
shut
heathen.
up, and now I
bad.
feel like I'm terribly
There's your
underdressed.
link, by the way. I gave you the link now.
Oh, Chesh, honey, you're not underdressed nearly enough.
Ooh.
Ooh, my thoughts were confirmed.
Elusive Man's gonna have a really good night tonight.
Oh, he's never seen us in a chat together. Uh-oh.
Well, I've never hung out with you guys. Whoa.
This is gonna be a good time.
Chesh and I are lots of fun together.
It's true.
It's like,
yeah.
Wait till Tuesday.
Wait
till
till you throw Nikki in that mix.
What happens on Tuesday?
On Tuesday, we're having our 4 main girls on. So, Sweet Heathen, me, Nikki, and Manya are all 4 of us are going to be on my channel discussing our various relationships and how we get denigrated, I guess would be a good word, on most social media platforms.
Yeah, the complicated
that sounds
interactions
cool.
that we have, and a lot of hypocrisy to talk about, so it's going to be fun.
And how we actually end up supporting each other and dealing with it.
I love the fact when people try to speak for you all. That to me is it's the funniest fucking thing in the world, man.
Ghost Recon for $4.99 says, "Hey guys, finally finished that big project. Share in the wealth, my homies."
Yay! Congrats.
All right.
Yay! Ghost Recon's
Congratulations. There you go.
But I do see it a lot. I see a lot of people trying to white knight and a lot of people trying to speak on behalf of other people. And it's just like, why don't you let them speak for themselves? Oh, they're too stupid to know better. They're being misled. They're gullible.
There's actually
we're just the weak women's.
Yeah, there's actually a thing with that that's actually really annoying because people have been misquoting me on that. And they've been saying that, oh, well, now you're saying Chesh said this, therefore you're speaking for Chesh. No, if you quote me and I said something, you're not speaking for me. You're saying that I said this. Right. That is not the same as speaking for someone. When you speak for someone, you say something that they haven't said.
Exactly.
Dumbass.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a very big difference.
Well, that's why I'm looking for.
But no, nobody cares to
correct me if
ask
I'm wrong.
us.
Correct me if, again. I like to make sure. So Chesh or Sweet. For your upcoming thing, as the man here, have I told you what to say in any way? Have I filtered anything? Have I said what you can or cannot talk about? Have I guided it in any way, shape, or form, as I should do because I'm the man here? But have I?
Oh, good luck to you if you even wanted to try.
Right? Right? I mean, this even if I
That's cute. It's really cute.
It go over very well.
It's actually quite freaking hilarious to hear that question asked.
It's bizarre that people think I have some kind of.
Did I say that right? Yeah, you don't tell us what to do. Did I say that right?
You did it perfect.
Huh, Daddy?
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Okay. Okay,
I mean, you are so well trained. I mean, by the way, checks in the mail.
I mean, look at that mug. Look at that mug.
Costa Rica, $5.
Wait.
Oh, the mug?
Yeah,
this is
I
my
like that.
llama.
The Costa Rica.
Oh, wow. The llama.
Costa Rica, super chat. Culmination
yeah,
performance
I
work.
listened
I'm
to that.
compressing a new video to send to the client right now. Good job, Costa Rican.
Let me also give you all an example of speaking for someone. It is Cheshire's honest opinion that Mountain Dew is the best soda ever made.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
When the hell did I say that?
I still love you,
Mountain
Chad.
Dew I like,
still
but
love you.
it's way too much sugar. I can't drink Mountain Dew.
Are you kidding? You drink those nasty ass monster drinks, energy drinks.
You lie. You lie.
They're so gross.
Sweet Heathen's a liar. I drink Rockstars. Sweet drinks the Monstars.
I'm the one who drinks.
Whatever.
Do I look like
tomato?
Can I point out that Sweet Heathen showed up and I legitimately got too warm and had to get changed?
Oh.
I just wanted to point that out.
See, I knew better.
You guys make an adorable couple, by the way.
We would. It's the biggest tragedy.
Do you realize she only comes up to like your ankles, right?
She's taken.
You do realize?
I know. I'd break her.
Yeah.
There's
One wrong move and accidents will happen.
This thing's moving right along.
Yeah,
Some kind of accident.
This is like fails like this.
It's not an accident. It's not an accident. It's intentional.
Why'd you want to step on her?
I'm gonna do a shameless plug and then get the fuck out. So,
leave the women.
I'm sorry, Reds. I'm kidding. I'm not really gonna steal your woman, Reds. I promise. I like you too much.
On the 18th, there's going to be a SpaceX launch, but this one isn't actually going to make it to space. So for first time ever, the floors might be actually right about this one.
Oh, that one's supposed to blow up, isn't it?
It's going to be a in-flight abort test where the rocket is actually going to be destroyed. And I plan on being there to not only live stream this shit, but to be one of the first ones to actually upload a completely finished and rendered piece at 1080p, 60 frames per second, and there will be slow-mo. I'm also working with Astronomy Live to have a joystick controlled mount for the Nikon P1000, the flat earther camera of choice, so that I can get super smooth tracking on this thing. Hopefully it all works out. But so tune in on the 18th on my channel. I hope to see you all there. And with that, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I will keep the women busy.
Awesome. That's awesome.
We're getting now, so bye, babe.
Super awesome.
Bye, honey. I
Bye,
love
Reds.
you.
Bye, Reds.
Please don't ever leave me, Reds. Don't you dare leave me. Oh my, I will find you. I know where you live.
Did you say Manya's
Bye,
coming?
Reds.
Yeah, I got Manya coming instead. So we traded. We're leveling up. We're trading.
Yay!
We're trading Manya.
Good. Bye, Reds.
I was
sad, but now I'm not.
The thing is, not
honestly
gonna know what to
waiting.
do. He's gonna have Manya, you, and Chesh in the same hangout. I don't know if he's gonna be able to handle that. How's your heart? Have you like had any kind of like?
My heart's
issues?
fine, dude.
Sure.
I can handle it.
I don't think you understand what you're in for. I mean,
dude, I can handle this jelly.
Can you? Okay. All right, if you can handle it, man.
I don't think you can. You handle this jelly? Do you see this puppy I have? I'm ready for this shit.
You know what? As much as I love these women, that puppy is definitely just as adorable, if not more.
Hey, baby.
Well, he just won the whole hangout.
I love the puppies.
Easy.
Yeah, puppies always win, right, dogs?
And
Is
the
it
puppy
possible
hasn't
to
been
pin him
kicked.
in
It's
Zoom?
a little rat ball.
Manya.
Manya. I see Manya join.
Manya, show yourself, please. There she is.
Manya.
We can't hear you. You're muted, Manya.
Yeah, you come in muted.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
What's up, girl?
Hey.
Are you at work?
Howdy.
Oh my God, she has golden
Yeah,
headphones or brass or something. What is it?
Yeah, time to take off that
so
take off
cute.
that hat and let that hair down, girl.
I
You've always
just got off
trying to
work.
control women in the way we work, the way we look. I know how it is.
Right?
I
Somebody's
just
Do
not-
our
got
own thing.
I
am
did a
going to
7-hour shift.
You look adorable,
Yeah.
Manya.
Thank you.
I'm going to actually take off now too because I want to
All
go to bed and.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my scotch. and we'll
The
call
women
it
are
scotch.
scaring all the men away.
Yeah, all the.
No, I'm not
Once
scared
the
of women. I'm
show
gay.
up, it's like we're.
I know,
out now,
Bull.
we're
I
done.
love you, Bull. I'm kidding.
I love
know.
you too, sweet.
We just realized
Love you too.
we can never get it.
Night,
we
night,
can never
God.
get it
Bull.
twice. Bye, Bull.
Night.
Good night, guys.
Sandy says if Steve was controlling, as some say, he sure the hell picked the wrong women. No shit, right? I suck at this stuff, man. I always pick the wrong things. It's like, really?
After
Yeah,
Manya,
Steve is
after
the worst
oh,
at lying, grifting and stuff.
I can't grift. I
after
can't.
Manya started
He fails.
becoming
He's a total failure.
right after Manya started getting like really active on Twitter and like going after uni stuff, I was just waiting for one little clip from Rum and Coke Night. I can't remember when it was, 2 times back or 3, when Steve, you talked to Manya. She's like, I've never drank before, and then I don't know if it's on video, but I was just waiting for someone to take it out of context and be like, Steve endorses giving alcohol to people.
Oh, I corrupted the shit out of her on
All
that.
right, well, let's.
Yeah,
I was
Jesse?
just let's.
Oh.
So,
I drink now, thanks to Steve.
we ever asked?
Hey,
I have,
look
hey,
at
not corrupt.
Manya,
Yeah,
let's
I
be honest here.
corrupted
You're not the
Manya.
only woman I've ever driven to drink.
Credit. Yeah, look at Steve trying to make-
Damn.
Steve's trying
I
to
mean,
make-
I don't drink very often, but when I do, it's usually
She's like,
tequila
I
or
met
Dos
Steve,
Equis.
and I couldn't handle it, so I drowned my sorrows in capricious amount of alcohol. A copious amount.
Oh
of
my God,
alcohol.
that weird meme that Katie shared about Rum and Coke Night made no sense. Do you
They don't
remember
get it.
seeing that?
Does anything Katie says make sense
Yeah,
then?
I don't understand
No.
how
That
you
makes
do
sense.
Coke nights. A bunch of people getting together, drinking and having fun. What is the problem with that? And by the way, we have a lot of fun. Who's breathing hard? Oh my God.
Are you talking about the?
Yeah, it's making me kind of hot.
Right, me too.
Or somebody's having a heart attack.
Is it
I'm not
making
sure
you
if I
hot?
should
Because
be
that was making me hot.
concerned.
It's Sammy Jenkins. But
I don't know if I was on or concerned.
No, it wasn't me.
I think
Oh,
it was implying like some kind of hypocrisy or something, which made no sense.
No, the hypocrisy was that she says she doesn't drink, and then she drinks a lot. I
Yeah,
never said
but
I never
no,
drink. I
but
said I
he
don't
was
drink a
accusing
lot.
you of saying that.
Dude,
but you
who's
never
Chris
said
Hansen?
that. You never said that.
Hey guys, Chris is here.
All right, Chris is here.
Who's Chris?
Oh my God.
Hey, y'all.
Chris,
How you doing?
Chris, say it. Have a seat.
Lose a gay
Have
game.
a seat.
By the way,
Who's
Chris,
a gay
Chris, hang on, Chris. If you want to announce the change that you told me about earlier, now is your time to do it, so people can get used to it.
Sure.
Oh, good idea.
I am I'm gender fluid, and I am going by different pronouns now. I prefer feminine pronouns, she, her, but
She
I'm
just
also
wants to
fine
feel
with
pretty.
use- Yeah, I'm also fine with gender neutral. So
And you want,
say that.
and by the way, you want your ego stroked
got
as
it.
much as possible, right?
Yes.
Hey, sexy mama.
Orientation basically stays the same though, even if you change, your pronouns, right?
Hey, girl.
Well,
Well,
I
yeah,
can't.
who-
I
how you
can't.
feel
I
about
I'm
can't
just saying she's got
so-
killer taste. She prefers me over who was it? The other person?
Oh, okay.
Who was it? Who's in the hangout with us, Chris?
Listen, we all know
Mikey.
that he loves
Mikey.
investment.
Oh yeah, you take me over Mikey. I'm flattered.
Yeah.
I take Mikey over
nice.
anybody, so I mean, no disappointment to anybody. It's Mikey.
I'll fight
Yeah,
Mikey.
Mikey's a lot of people's hall pass. I
Right?
think, at this point.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, we did actually see his girlfriend. Sad to say, she actually exists, and she's
Aw.
extremely
you
cute
saw-
and nice.
Dang it, I missed it.
And the internet cries and mourns.
I don't know how he did it. I really don't. I'm still flabbergasted. God bless him.
Who's
I
the
think
redhead in the
this-
flannel? Who's the redhead in the
Actually-
flannel? That's one sweet heathen.
And we
Oh,
got
I have red
TJ,
hair, too.
guitarist extraordinaire, who I got to jam out with a little bit. Even
I'm
though
not a
I'm
redhead.
not really
Am I?
but-
Oh, it's kind of red. I'm not
Your
so
hair
red,
looks kind of
though.
red in this light, yeah.
I'm a
Let
dark
me just-
brunette. There's some red in it though.
Steve, I have to warn you. There are services out there where you can hire someone to be your partner or girlfriend or boyfriend for a day. So you have to really check whether Mikey.
We're
Yeah,
talking
cuddle
about
bunnies.
No, that might be where Mikey got his girlfriend from, yeah.
That might be. Hey, you know what, Chesh? That might be your calling.
Yeah, we did a,
That might
we
be
did an
my
episode
calling?
like you said, though.
I
Like,
hire
it's
myself?
in some you can get a hall pass for a day. You can be married to someone because in Islam you have to actually be married to someone to have sex with them. So you can get like a temporary
I'm
marriage.
so glad I'm not Islam.
Whoa.
That's weird, man. It's weird stuff.
We have
They're
that too.
Islamic?
We call it Las Vegas.
So when is my video with you coming
I
out,
know
TJ?
I mean, whenever Jim gets done editing, man, he's the workhorse. So you'd have to ask him.
Yeah, the one that he
Yeah,
showed
I'm
me was
looking
really
forward to
good.
seeing that.
Yeah, they came out really well. I was actually really impressed.
It was fun.
I do want to shout out Ilya's thing. Ilya right now is taking DMs from anybody who's been a victim of any kind of like assault, like sexual assault. As far as you want to discuss with her, all of the DMs are remaining private. If you want them to be private, if you don't want to be private, that's a different issue. But she's putting together like a kind of speak out kind of thing.
Which I think is actually a really
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ilya, for doing that.
She's
Um,
isn't she like
yeah.
totally-
I'll be messaging
she's
you
so
soon.
amazing.
Yeah, mine is also open to DMs if anybody wants to share their stuff with me. If anybody would like to do an interview about their situation, then I'm the person to talk to. But if you want to talk to Ilya about hers first, that's probably the best mistake.
What's about you having problems being sexually assaulted? Because I've been trying. I put it out there, but nobody wants to do anything. I don't know what.
It's not assault if you want it, Steve. You dumbass. We've been over this before.
I disagree. I disagree. I think that certain things.
It's you can pretend on it. That's a game, but that's not.
Oh, damn it!
Not assault.
Well, that kind of sucks.
You can't hold it over anybody because
So I'm not going out just in my raincoat any longer.
That's probably.
I still
gonna get you
might.
in
It's very
trouble.
comfortable, actually. I still might. Don't judge me.
Oh,
No, I'm not going to judge you. I'm just not going to bail you out of prison. I don't have the money.
Oh the hell! Oh come on, man! That's one thing you at least got to do is bail, man. Come on. Yeah, at least. Well,
It's strictly a financial
I'm convinced
problem.
Sweet would bail me out. Well, I'll get to the money, but Sweet would bail me out. But I guarantee it should make me work like 24 hours. She'd be like, and then bail me out.
Well, I have to get something out of it in return.
Like the laugh. I can do Sweet Heat's laugh.
She'll be like,
I don't laugh.
I know you don't like that. Fourth Dimensional Jake, $2. To be fair, Christianity requires marriage too. Yeah, sort of traditional Christianity.
Yeah.
What? Hold on. What
Yeah, traditional Christianity
doesn't require you to be married?
Yeah, that's very common.
Some versions encourage it, but some are a little bit more like they won't shun you out of the church. You've had
Right,
premarital
but
sex.
it is
It's not
still-
like that big of a deal.
No, they won't necessarily kick you out.
It depends on the church. Yeah.
But that's still a thing that they want you to do.
Oh yeah, it's very encouraged.
TJ, what do you think about the?
It's a virtue.
What do you think about the RTP thing?
One
that I'm
sec.
doing?
I think that person is actually trying to address the fact that I was talking about how in Islam you have to be married, have sex. And I know that's a thing in Christianity too, right? Like, but the thing is, like, they have provisions in their culture, which we don't have in the West, that say, hey, if you want to get a temporary marriage so you can have sex with somebody that you don't necessarily know right
It's
now.
called Vegas.
You can do that.
That's what I said.
I go to
We have
Vegas all the time. You ever want to meet me there, let me know.
There's two ways around that. A drive-through at Vegas, right, or anal.
Ooh.
I've watched the video.
Yeah, but it's always like
Anal
kind of
for
a
Jesus.
backdoor thing. Like,
I know, why is that a dichotomy?
Well, it could be both, I guess. Sure. Yeah. But so TJ, did you watch the RTB thing? I mean, did you see about that? How cool is that, by the way? I'm gonna try to get
sorry.
some.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it.
Mon, you got to echo.
Whoa, echo.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, so we want to get when we get started on that, we want like Atheist Edge to like be able to be on phone calls so we can call an atheist at any time and get their input.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah. I got something real quick. In the live chat on Unis from before, I got a screenshot somebody sent me of Keon saying at Kyle, it's like at NonSequitur show, Kyle just give back the channel to Steve. That's Keon. And then Kyle responds with,
Yes, he did say that.
I will, Keon.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for trying, Keon. We love you.
Trying.
Now
So
remember, everybody,
confusing to
this is
me.
the one. This is the guy that said I was going to get paid too. That didn't pay me. So his word is bumpkus.
So he's got to give you the channel back, though, right?
Well, legally, yeah. Eventually, it's just a matter. It's just
law,
waiting.
yeah,
Just,
he'll have to.
yeah.
Was it illegal for him to be typing on that account in the comments?
Kind of, in a way.
Sorta.
It's sort of.
It's not
the
enough
cease
for me.
and
It's not
desist,
enough for me to
or-
get the judge involved, but it's still.
He's not.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
He's not supposed to be being active on the channel while litigation is going on, and typing in that chat with the channel name is being
Yeah.
active on the channel. But at
Because potentially he could cause damage
Yeah.
just doing stuff
could,
like
yeah,
that.
exactly. He could cause damage to the channel by doing so. But it's not. I doubt any court would take it seriously because YouTube and online stuff is not yet a lot of.
I think it depends because
He's probably gonna get away. He shouldn't be, but he's
Every
gonna
time
get
you-
away with it. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, in the South,
there
we tell
some
you,
kind
"Hey,
of-
boy, let me tell you how the cow ate the cabbage," and he would be put on notice that he's skirting around the edge, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
Does anybody know if if there is one, when you delete an account completely, is there any kind of grace period that
Yes.
anybody knows of?
Yeah, if Kyle were to go ahead,
month.
you're asking essentially if he decided to try and delete
Yeah.
the NonSequitur show and all the videos. Yeah, no, he can't do that. He would be illegally in a lot of fucking trouble if he did that.
Yeah.
But two, YouTube stores videos in very low quality format. So even if he did, it would be able to be restored, even though the quality is low. But I'm pretty sure at this point everybody saved all of the episodes.
It's 30, it's 30
that-
days anyways. But the first thing that we'd do that we would have an emergency injunction
30
with the
days,
judge to have an arrest
Yeah.
warrant for him.
Whoa.
I wouldn't be messing around.
I
They
just
would go
keep
for
going
civil.
back to earlier.
Because
I have
he's
a
They wouldn't be
very-
able to delete
he's
it, though.
It would be like this as an analogy. You have a business with somebody, and then like like me and Chess have a corporation, and then she goes into the office and starts hammering all the all the computers and stuff like that, and legit destroying stuff. That would be the same thing. It would be a criminal act.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny.
Have you
If he,
made
it
an
saves
LLC
videos.
yet?
What?
Sorry. I was just going to say it saves the videos for 30 days after you terminate the channel, but they still have the videos for like up to a year, 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, we'd get it back pretty quick, and actually it'd probably work out better for us because not only would we get an emergency junction, he would have to go in front of the judge, and we would get it turned over that day.
I would love it if he did that. Just how I'm.
Are there like redundant servers and stuff?
Well, no, they just don't delete stuff right away for that very reason.
Oh, yeah. They probably don't delete anything because they're Google.
Correct. In the lowest, everything that's ever been posted on the internet is saved somewhere, in some format. It exists, no matter what it was, always. So, in perpetuity, yeah. So it's around. It would be around somewhere. The information would be.
I can believe that because compression is so crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So you're in a situation where, like, this is why we're like, oh yeah, no, let Kyle go onto Uni's channel. We're not going to be upset or bothered or afraid of that. Please, Kyle, please, Doc, say more stuff. It'll be glorious.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
Exactly. I was saying the smartest thing that he ever did was be quiet. I don't know why he would awake so many people that had him as out of sight, out of mind, and now
because
he's right back in everybody's mind.
I mean,
because Dumb Fuck of the Year was
he's been in our minds, of course, but there were a lot of people who just kind of moved on.
He didn't want to win Dumb Fuck of the Year.
No, but he came so close.
He
came so close.
Did you?
I got
good. Ale.
I got really curious about compression one time, so I basically took a MP4 of Monty Python and the Holy Grail and tried to compress it down, and I got rid of the video, and it ended up being compressed down to like a 10 megabyte or like 5 megabyte audio file.
Damn.
You know, it has to be listenable, but I carry that around on like every device now because it's just amazing.
That's cool.
Sweet. Did you watch the video about the last one I had with the emails?
Yep.
Sweet.
What?
Did you watch the video that Chess and I did before this?
No, I just popped on when I could pop on. I haven't seen anything from before.
It's about I showed.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Apparently, they were bitching that you were showing Google Hangout stuff, not actually emails, because they can't tell the difference between what Google Hangouts look like and what.
Those were actual emails. Those are legit. I could go into
how that counts.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No,
of course he was. Of course he was.
These people are so damn stupid."
Hey, here's something that's interesting. Stuart actually works with emails in his real life. Like, that's his job.
Let me show you how this works. Oh, sorry.
And so he knows damn well that those are fucking actual emails.
Can you see the outside chat?
And I'm not doxing anything about him because he's talked about that publicly.
So,
sorry?
When you look at the outside, just so it come up, these are all the emails from Kyle. These are also instant messages. So when you click on it, this is what it shows.
Yep.
Right? So,
yes.
And these are all the messages from Kyle. And like I said, this is the things I was showing were directly coming out of those things. Those were actual emails, and
that's emails that when you put them into a layout like that, that's what it looks like.
When you get a message through G+, it comes in as an email, right?
It's emailing back and forth, so you can actually look at your entire email history.
Correct.
When you have a continuous conversation via email on Google. It's
Correct.
Still an email. They're idiots.
Yes, they are. Like amazing.
It also works like that with Hangouts. Actually, all your Hangouts chats and everything show up in your email inbox.
Would it even matter?
Correct. It does. Yeah, it wouldn't.
Right. So But you see how they're trying to twist anything, even to the point of absurdity.
Yeah.
Well, that's how bad people work, right? Or people that don't want to tell the truth.
No, they're dishonest. They throw whatever.
Who want to hide the truth.
You back like you're shocked though that these people do this kind of stuff.
I'm not shocked by it. It's just.
It's not so much that it's shocking. It's just anytime anybody acts this bad, like if you watch the news, it's not always surprising, but you watch things and you're like, oh gosh, I can't believe somebody did that. You can believe it because you know people's nature. You know that people are capable of things, but somehow still when you see it, it's just, it feels like you don't want to believe, you want it to be shocking. You want to have that reaction. And it's really sad when you don't.
Yeah, you don't want to get desensitized to it. You have the same amount
and
of,
it's different people too. Like if you're not used to public life, if you're not used to that kind of a thing, it can be a little like, whoa, I don't know exactly how to handle this. And that's, I think, completely valid for people who are new to things. Like I'm fairly new to this. So there are a lot of things that have come my way that I've been, okay, how do I handle this? What's the best way to deal with it? I know it's just trolls. I know they're just being dumb.
Block them all.
But it's other people too. Like when they get to people from your personal life that have nothing to do with anything with the drama.
Yep.
that gets a little uncomfortable.
Do you
because
not
it's like,
think-
all right, fun with me is fine. Goof with me is fine.
Well, the only thing that really kind of like is hard for people to wrap their minds around is like that person isn't within arm's reach, right? Like it's not like somebody right in front of you doing that. So if they were doing that to you in real life, you would snatch their freaking neck, right? Like you'd be like,
and they wouldn't. That's the thing. They wouldn't do it in real life because they're cowards.
Yeah,
they have to hide behind all these fake accounts to act like big shots. Like, oh, look what I'm saying about you from fake account too.
Yeah,
like, I'm so scared.
and yet they call me a coward, even though I have all my stuff public. My
Yeah.
address is public. I use my real name. People know where I live, and I'll talk to just about anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sweet. This is kind of a.
Can't confirm. Sorry.
I mean, I will talk to some people. Obviously, like Nephilim Free, I guess, made a video today, something like Steve won't debate you. I'm like, fuck off, Nephi. I'm never going to debate you. Just
Oh, please. I won't even talk to Nephilim Free.
Right?
We haven't even interacted, but I know better.
Why is he still talking about me 2 years later when I don't want to deal with anything?
Literally, like some of the earliest stuff on your channel is Nephi.
But it's
like
Nephi.
Well, I know, but I think what happened was
in a beer hall or something like that, and.
Well, I think Nephi has been noticing that I'm doing a lot more with RTB, and he has a raging hard-on for, like, Dr. Hugh Ross. Like, he wants to have a discussion with him so bad. He was never going to do that.
I mean, I have a problem with Dr. Ross, but that's mostly because he does not translate the Bible accurately at all.
Well, that'd be fascinating to have that discussion.
I can't feel your rage.
That seems to be a very common problem.
Look, that's what the show is going to be about. We want to have discussions like that, and not just with Hugh or Fuzz or Dr. Ken Samples. And again, I don't have to agree with them. I'm not there to be their show or agree with them. I'm there to be the counterpoint. I'm there to facilitate conversations between me and other people. That's what they want.
I'm sorry. Did you just say
that's exactly
Chris,
the whole point.
Hold up.
Are
we both just saying that you're having a conversation with somebody without agreeing with them, without holding their position or saying that anything they're doing is right or morally acceptable?
Crazy, right?
No.
Oh my.
Wait.
It's almost like all that work it's insane. I know. It's like all that work I do with inspiring philosophy as of late is just non-existent.
Wow.
So are you a big fan with IP?
How do you make that work? It just seems so impossible.
Hey, Chris, are you a big fan of IP now? By the way, IP, I think he gets some stuff right, some stuff wrong, but I think he tries. I think he's a nice guy, but I mean, where do you put him on the scale of things?
I mean, on scale of apologist, I'd say he's a top-rate apologist.
He's good. He's a good apologist, but I don't like apologists.
And I consider him a friend. And we work together on the biblical history side of things.
So you have a friend that you don't agree with and work with and think is a decent person, but don't agree with him?
Yeah, you do realize he's Christian. You're not.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
In fact, I actually just wrote.
Mind blown.
You one crazy bitch, man. You crazy. You're cray.
I know, right? Well, there's actually I just actually wrote a blog on his website. So, specifically in going after Skylar Fiction, because Skylar Fiction has no idea how a debate on hermeneutics is actually supposed to work.
Don't you love it when people say though that nobody wants to listen to you? Nobody wants, it's like you and I both kind of got that from various people that we disagree with, but we were able to back our shit up, and then people are like, well, nobody cares what you think. I'm like, oh really? I beg to differ. By the way, TJ, correct me if I'm wrong. The Atheist Christian Book Club had the most amount of views, and they said it was the most successful event that they enjoyed the most. When I give us my little thing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we hear you.
It broke the record for most live views.
Oh wow.
And did they not say that so far that was the best thing that they enjoyed? Most of them.
To me, it was the most interesting talk that we've had because. Like we have all these discussions about Bible verses and like what it means to have faith and all these like really dry to me are dry subjects.
Yeah.
And you actually got to points that were like, how do we know what we know? And that was the most important thing. Nobody had ever talked about those things or heard about those things in those kind of discussions before. And there were people on both sides of the debate. So, I mean, it was perfect. I mean, everybody.
A few more hours. There's a lot of stuff I would like to gone over that I didn't get into, but that would have been fun. Part 2.
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was it was a brilliant experience. I mean, just
I was honored.
Yeah.
And then the simple fact that people were so civil talking about such a thing that in my life, it's been normally a very contentious issue.
Yeah.
Even online, even when I got into the atheist community, I thought like this is something that people are just going to always butt heads on. It's going to be extremely difficult to have civil conversations about. I had some in the background, but in the forefront, when people are on the camera, it seemed like everybody wanted to be right. You know what I mean? And this wasn't about that. And that's what was so wonderful about that. It wasn't great. It wasn't about being right. It was just about having a conversation. Imagine that.
And that's the whole thing that I've been about. And that's why I have people watching.
Well,
yeah.
But that's the thing. We're all trying to get to what's the right answer, right? Like, hey, can we get to what is the right answer? And if we're at least that, if that's the focus, not being right in what we already believe, but getting to the right answer.
Yeah, but doing it in
regardless of whatever.
You know as well as I do. There's a lot of dishonest atheists and theists. I mean, they do things dishonestly in conversations.
People are dishonest. Steve, human beings are dishonest.
Right. But
mentioning that,
we try to change that. We want to foster the conversations from the people that even if they're wrong, at least they have honest intent.
The case is still active. And...
Chris, is your book coming out?
What happened?
Is Chris's book coming out?
Which one? He's got 3.
Yeah, he's got one that he did on
what?
On Raw.
I've got 2.
Oh,
I've got 2.
She's got.
Okay.
I did that wrong. She's got 3.
I need to read it then.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I just actually released a small booklet on Job today.
We did a Book of Job reading. We just did one on Atheist Edge. You would love it.
Oh.
What is the oldest book that's or text that's in the
we
Bible?
did it. Yes, we did an atheist
Elaborate.
Yeah, modern atheist reading of Book of Job. You would love it. Check us out.
I'll definitely give it a look.
Thank you.
I hope you realize what you're inviting when you invite Chris to come and check out your biblical reading.
She's like, wrong, double wrong. Oh my God, what the hell are you thinking? I'm gonna hunt you down and kill you. That's the way she.
I've read 100 books that disagree with you.
Trust me, we want Christians
It's worth it, though.
atheists to critique everything that we've done.
She's your reverse nightmare because Chris is a polytheist.
Yeah.
Like I've dealt with Ocean before, so I know how to deal with polytheists.
Okay.
I know how to deal with Ocean.
If you've dealt with
Ocean's my buddy.
Hey Chris, TJ's got your number.
But
we
I'll
love
give you guys
it.
an idea.
We welcome it. We welcome it.
These 2 shelves are empty right now because I have all of my Job commentaries gone.
No, that's great. I love it.
If you've dealt with Ocean, you are not ready for Chris.
I want to write something with Chris, and I want to write something with who else?
Chris is one of those amazing people that has a background full of books that's not CGI.
By the way, I'm just curious.
Hey,
I'm asking for a
Steve,
friend.
you're getting called out.
How do you remove somebody from the meet? How do you do that again?
That was not a personal attack. Just a general statement.
Attacks you know.
I don't own a lot of books either. I love to read. I just haven't had the opportunity to collect the books I want. But I read a lot of stuff.
Better.
Sweet, you're very fortunate.
I lost all my books.
This is good scotch.
Oh. How did you lose all your books?
Is that your Glenlivet? Or
yes, it is my Glenlivet.
Yeah.
Well, I broke it open tonight. Special occasion.
I lost all my books because of my living and moving situation. Because
you lost all your books.
Yeah,
and you forgot how to read.
That's how I lost all my weapons.
Because
of my ex-girlfriend or my ex roommates.
Yeah.
Oh,
exes suck.
Yeah.
I hate it when people just can't be respectful of other people's property. Come on, man. Especially books. Seriously.
What do you do with a book? Read it, burn it.
I have to respect their philosophy. If it's a shit philosophy,
I have to ask, is your shirt?
Can
I see a Oregon Trail shirt? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my Oregon Trail shirt. I wear this whenever I'm taking trips.
You do realize you're destined to die of dysentery no matter what, right? Pretty much.
You just won 100 points with me though, because that was my jam.
Because you killed it off. Because you decided to take the other route, and your entire family died of dysentery. Twice.
Yes. It's because you didn't buy cinnamon milk.
Yeah,
that's
you
why.
didn't get enough milk.
I learned better.
I still have the original Oregon Trail on floppy disk somewhere.
It was the best game. I don't care what anybody says. I love that shit.
I love that game.
Can we play co-op?
I would play that right now.
That game prepares you for real life.
For real life, yes, it does. You have to
death.
think ahead. You have to plan.
Important stuff.
You're gonna.
There was a reason we played it in school.
Oh yeah, you're gonna die. Your life will be a disappointment. Everything will come crashing down around you, and everything will end up being completely meaningless, and none of your goals will be
Your
fulfilled.
horse is gonna run
It's
away.
a real life Kobayashi Maru.
Your wheel's gonna break. Yeah, exactly. That's all it was. It was not winnable.
It's a real life Kobayashi
You're
Maru.
gonna drown on your way across that stream, and you're gonna deal with it.
Suppose that you can win it,
Or you're
but
gonna freeze to death.
The
minute that wheel broke, it was over.
It's doomed to failure.
Sorry, I can derail a conversation really fast. I guess my ADHD had to comment.
You say that like no problem.
I'm not really a Hobbesian.
Do you realize half the room has ADHD? Do you know what that's like? Sweet. It's like a group of ADHD trying to have a conversation.
Doggo. There's an example. Doggo.
Doggo.
Oh.
Hi, Doggo.
Dang. Oh.
Yeah,
It's
by the way,
like-
reading books in Skyrim doesn't quite count towards reading.
No.
Hey, don't discount the books in Skyrim just because they're in Skyrim.
You're saying I can't get a BA in Elder Scrolls lore?
You might as well be able. Yeah, you know what? There should be a bachelor's degree available for Elder Scrolls.
You'd think.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's
I wish I
that
had time
series.
for this shit.
That series is really good. So I mean, the bachelor, like if you're doing like a bachelor's in like some kind of gaming, then yeah, you should absolutely be looking at the Elder Scrolls.
A
series.
bachelor's in Elder Scrolls with a focus on Morrowind.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. I love Morrowind.
Yeah.
I'll
That's my
say
favorite
this,
game.
The one
One
if
of
you're
them.
gonna look at the Elder Scrolls games, if you're gonna look at those, don't look at them for female characters.
They're
You
renderings
won't
are
find any that
They're
are
not.
good.
Yeah.
There are a ton of badass
Really?
characters in those stories.
I thought
not
every single
Oblivion.
game out there had great female characters. So that was kind of a requirement to have a successful
The game with absolutely amazing female
Witcher.
characters is Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh, there are.
The
Yes,
Witcher.
that is another one. But yeah.
The Witcher.
Oh my god, Steve. I just remember in Oblivion,
Banjo
one of the-
Kazooie and Banjo Tooie both have really fantastic female characters.
Banjo Kazooie is just great.
I don't know what those are.
Period.
Favorite Banjo?
Those are great games, but they're really
All
old.
right, so I have Dragon Age Origins, but I couldn't really get into it yet. I'm gonna have to like sit down and really try to get into it.
You know, that game Escape from Tarkov, a bunch of people were talking smack about it because there are no female characters. Because apparently there's no ladies in Russia or something.
Oh, there are women in Russia, but someone
I know,
said
that's
no
weird.
gays in Russia.
Only Putin.
I generally only play women characters for the most part.
But in Mother
I
Russia,
say that
we
as
would
part
like
of
allow
Russian.
women to be
It's not
part of the
racist.
PMC.
I'd rather
Actually,
look at a
let's
sexy blood elf than a male horde character, whatever. Like what is it?
We should get Lawrence on here. Lawrence could tell us all about the Russian women.
He is a Russian woman.
Lawrence is Russian. He's a Russian Jew.
Yeah, I know. He's a gypsy.
Gypsies? Uh-oh, I like gypsies.
I'll have
To run
to
away
question
from
them
them.
about my. I have to question them about my heritage.
I'm a little Russian, but I'm much more Polish. It's kind of tomato to some people. But
So you're, well, I'm mostly German. So my people conquered all your butts.
I have some Russian
at
too.
one point.
I'm English, Scottish, German, but apparently, if you follow my heritage back far enough, we're gypsies.
Interesting.
yeah, so you're a mutt, like like most of us.
Yep.
You're a good dog.
I'm
My
like
mother-
third generation Canadian. So.
My mother's side has been. My mother's side's been in America since the 1700s. We're related to Ethan Allen and Thomas Edison and Amelia Earhart on that
wow.
side. And then on my dad's side, we have no idea who we're related to because you get us back. You get us back to Germany in 1907, and that's it. That's the end of it. We have no other trace after that.
Yeah, I'm still getting DNA pieced together from what I put in for, which is interesting. It's great to learn about.
Did you do the 21andMe thing?
Curious. Yeah, I did it from Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
and they had a promotion, so they had a
Thank you.
discount on it, and I had some birthday money, so I was like, yeah, what the hell, I'll try it out. And it pretty much confirmed most of what I talked about. There's a big gap missing, so it's slowly being filled in.
Wait, okay, so that gap that's missing, was it confirmed that you are 100% human?
Aside from the gap that's missing,
Yeah.
yes.
All right, so there's a possibility that there might be alien.
And a
It would
little
explain so much.
There's still a chance that I'm part cyborg. I mean, I might be a little bit mixed in AI. I don't
Hey,
know.
you can,
I only know what I've been
you can join
programmed
the
to know.
If you
cyborg
could
party.
shoot lasers from your eyes, I would be like, oh my god, that's hot. Are you
real
a
quick.
laser?
me, and I would be running.
Doesn't even have to be.
Hey,
Can you shoot a laser?
We'd probably catch up.
I think
If I'm a cyborg, they're really messed up because they left way too much emotion in my brain.
Real quick, I'm sending you the link through DMs on Twitter if you want in, just so you're aware. And I'm gonna take off, guys. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna have my scotch.
Okay. Miss you, Gabo.
We're gonna
Bye. Talk to you
Jumbo.
later.
Hi, Your Majesty.
God, no.
Goblin.
Please. See you guys
What happened to
later.
your goblin song
Later.
that I wrote?
Bye, Cash.
Take care.
I wrote her a goblin song.
Oh.
Dick Dawson's gonna put it to music.
Oh, that would be so great.
$2.
The butter voice.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna sing it, but he's gonna do something with it.
He better.
Says,
Dick, if you're listening, please sing it. Please.
Fourth generation veteran says, I'm related to one of the witches burned in Salem. That's kind of harsh.
That's interesting.
That might be
That's probably a good number of people. That was a lot of women.
That might be a large.
Yeah,
group.
that's a lot.
And
That's
you-
a
and
lot
you-
of New Englanders. Yeah.
And you can't kill a witch by burning, so.
Not me though. I know. I know my
burn 'em
parents
down.
that much. But we came over much later.
I really want to show you guys my song, but I want to wait till they actually do something with it.
Word.
One of these days.
Well, I'm gonna take up to you guys.
Yeah, I'm just
so
gonna finish
thank
my
you
little
for having me,
scotch left.
guys.
So.
All right.
Did you watch the?
Nice meeting you and chatting with
Listen,
you.
man, did you watch the prior hangout?
Yep.
You did watch it? Or you
Which
didn't?
the high?
One
This one? No, I don't think I
Yeah, go
watched
check
it.
out the one prior to this because I was showing all the emails from our correspondence with Kyle to show that everything I've ever said is true.
Ooh, I will definitely do that, and I will put that in my file as well.
Do your
Much
thing.
love to you guys.
All right,
You guys
peace,
have
bro.
a good night, man.
Yep.
Peace.
Kawasa 2001.
Yeah, you too.
I'm Asian, for some reason my beard is a blonde.
It is blonde.
That's possible.
His beard is blonde, not is a blonde.
No, his blonde. No, he has this really short blonde that he just carries around with her.
I mean, you could be wearing a blonde on your chin, but that's a video for another time.
Exactly. I think I've seen that before. Not on YouTube, by the way. Hi, Gary. Gary showed up.
No, it's probably.
I'm from Indian subcontinent. Like, yeah, this pure Indian.
You guys can have blondes down there.
No,
Look at Manya. Wait, whoa. Where have I been?
I know Manya transformed.
Manya
To her goddess
transformed
status.
over a few minutes.
I know. She has a.
What did I do?
She put her hair down.
She has a. Don't you know her power? Her power is
So
she can
pretty.
transform into a goddess at any time, like the Hindu Vishnu.
No,
goddess
you're
or
wrong.
whatever.
You're wrong. She's always a goddess. It's just sometimes she decides to show it.
Oh, listen to you sum up. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously. I don't think I've ever seen a woman sin before, but I think I'm seeing it right now.
Manya and TJ, what a cute thing. Aw. By the way, she lives in.
This is why I get more pussy than you.
Everybody gets more pussy. Than
I know.
me.
Hey, it's not lying. It's not lying.
I mean, I'm gonna say
I never lie.
I
It's
definitely
100%
get more
true.
Steve
Not
does.
all.
I don't lie.
I mean, currently right in front of me, so.
Oh, look at the
Hey,
It's
if
the
it
only
helps
kind
me
of pussy
avoid
we
the
can show on here, yeah.
I think I'm all right with it.
Aw.
All right, so let's wrap it up, guys. See what you got to say. Let me finish my scotch. What do you guys think of the last video? What do you think about this? We, like I said, Rum
great.
Coke Nights are just fun nights. If anybody doesn't understand what the hell we do on this Rum and Coke Nights, you ain't having fun. Because we like to have fun and laugh. And by the way, this is an actual group of friends. Many of us have all met up now. We still got to get Manya and Chris to figure out how to fucking get them to come on down. But whatever, we'll work on that.
Wait, me?
Yeah, we will get
Oh,
there.
yeah, I want to meet you. You want to go have a beer with me, bitch?
Okay, Steve.
I want you to try to get me drunk and take advantage of me. Go ahead.
Okay, Steve, the only thing I heard right there was, I know you want me to eat you.
Oh.
The only thing I heard right there.
Not what I said.
Oh, come
trust
on. Manya has standards.
me. No. You're pretty and all, but let's not. That's harassment.
Oh, actually, no. I'll show you some pretty.
I say somehow you'll get in trouble for this, Steve, even though Chris was the one that suggested
Right?
it.
I'm the victim here.
Oh,
I'm the
Boom.
victim.
Here you go. Here you go. Boom.
You know what's gonna
Oh,
happen?
good God.
Ooh.
Holy
Hello.
guacamole.
Mon
nice.
is like
that
having,
red. Oh my.
She's having heart arrhythmia.
That's a hot pick. That's a really hot pick.
Is that your type? Is that your thing?
Dang.
Yeah, I guess so. Just working for her, Chris.
That looks like somebody else's hand.
Here's the one. You want to see the one that can get you demonetized?
You need to get a even tan.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Here's the
Steve is such
demonetized
a
one.
negger.
Oh.
I've seen.
Oh,
that.
damn.
I remember. I want to say monetized. Not really, but it doesn't matter.
It's fine.
Oh, good.
Steve can say
Oh,
monetize.
wow.
See, I need to start my own channel so we can do this kind of stuff without the prudes worrying.
Right?
But
I don't care
yeah,
about
those
monetization.
are two like nice. Those are awesome.
Monia's just digging this shit.
Okay, there's your treat for the night.
Oh,
I remembered
I love you.
I remembered a hypothetical from earlier.
You know what I love about Chris?
Wait. We have kittens. We have kittens. We have ass. I can't take this. This is too much. Too much.
You know what my best thing about Chris is?
Too much stuff.
Chris is a narcissist that admits she's a narcissist and actually revels in her narcissism. I appreciate that.
You got to be honest, man.
I don't care if she's a narcissist, but at least she's honest about it.
If you have a disorder,
respect that?
yeah, exactly. Like, if you're gonna have a personality disorder, be honest about it. Don't lie to
admire.
people.
Yeah, I admire that kind of confidence.
It's not a personality
not at all.
disorder. It's not a personality disorder. I've just decided that I don't care.
No, I mean,
I love that.
It is a personality disorder, though.
Yeah, more people should not care.
I wish I had more of that attitude. I mean, I don't care,
Me
but
too.
I do care, but I need to care less.
I have some things I care about. I do have a moral standard, but it's mostly things I care about are my friends within my friend group.
Yeah.
If anyone hurts my friends within my friend group, they're all gonna those people will die.
I want to see her white knight for me. That would be sweet.
But that's the right kind of loyalty. I mean, people who are good to you and you have that kind of relationship with, you should stick up for them. You know, it really bothers me when people say, "Hey, that's my friend," but then they ignore when they're having a problem.
Oh, you mean
that's not a friend?
Like people going and like just in various groups not being heard because her friendship with me and people just ignoring her and treating her like garbage, that kind of stuff.
Is that Chesh? Is that only Chesh? I feel like that's a lot of us.
No, that's a lot. That's you. That's Monty. That's Chesh. And by the way, what day are you guys going to do that again? Because I really do want to watch that. I'm going to be enthralled. And
it'll be Tuesday. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
All right. You know, I'll probably just get rid of my
At least we're bringing together, and I think it's going to be live. I wasn't 100% sure on that, but you know, the Gobbo Queen is organizing that. It's her channel, so
yeah. I'm looking forward.
But I'm really looking forward to it either way. Yeah, we have a lot to say.
I think you guys do.
Believe it or not, we have a voice. We can actually use it the way we want to.
Oh, it's surprising,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I'll make sure that I'll tell you what's approved and
I'll keep it in that day.
Oh yeah, we'll send you a copy. We'll make sure, Steve, you have the
Give me the
script and
script.
you can approve it and tell us what to change. Yeah.
I'll write the script for you.
Yeah.
Just sit there and go.
Don't judge me, Steve.
We love Steve.
Please don't kick me out.
Steve is God. Steve is life. That's it. That's not that complicated. I think you could do it.
Yeah, there's the Smob and there's also the Borg, Steve. So it'll be the Storg.
The Storg. Has to have Steve's not wrong.
I had a hypothetical earlier. I was going to ask Chesh, but really it was mainly Sweet Heathen and Steve that if you guys learned where Kyle, if he had a job at a restaurant and you learned where it was, would you go there and order some food and like and then it was kind of a joke.
Question.
I was gonna say when the food comes out and you take a bite, you'll be like 5%'s missing.
Oh man.
Oh.
That certain something isn't.
I wouldn't do that to someone. Like I wouldn't go to like personally. That's me personally. I won't go to someone's workplace. I won't do that.
The only time I would do that
I asked
is if it was Kyle's restaurant. I might put on a wig, and I might go to that restaurant just for that moment.
Oh, you know what? You had
just to be like, can you please tell a chef that 5% is missing from this dish?
No, tell us more.
And that would be amazing. Other than that, it would not cross my mind.
Can you tell them the 5% is here?
Yeah, the problem is why I say that is because now I work at like a food like stop. Like I work at McDonald's. That's my second job.
Yeah.
So I know how I would feel like if someone came
Yeah, it
in
would
and I
feel
knew
intimidating.
them and I could recognize them.
And I've worked in the food industry before as well, so it's a bit of a sensitive thing for me
Yeah.
too. I get it.
Yeah,
but I love
that,
the joke.
Yeah, that's why
I do love
wearing
the
a
joke.
wig and putting on makeup and stuff. See, we
All
can
right,
have
guys.
different opinions.
Keep talking so we see the doggo.
I gotta go finish my chicken. So I'm hungry. Love you guys.
Personally,
Thank you for
my
having
moral
fun at the
limits
Rum and
when it
Coke
comes
night.
to Kyle don't exist anymore.
If
Cheers.
just for people later on, if they ever like
Steve, before you go.
Yep. What?
Alrighty. Cheers.
What?
Oh.
What?
Yep. What? Bye.
What?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna get the fuck out.
Yeah, I was trying to catch you before you started wrapping it up. Man, I'm gonna feel bad, but I was gonna try to drum up some hype for my gaming channel.
Promote your shit, but
Is
say
that
goodbye
cool?
to
Can I
Sweet
chill
first.
it?
Bye. I'm getting
Bye.
the fuck out.
I wrote you.
Love you guys.
I wrote. Read your.
I'm listening
Read your
still.
Facebook. I checked it. I didn't check it
Bye-bye.
before. I'm so sorry. Don't hit me.
Bye.
I
Yeah,
bruise
whatever.
easily.
Fuck you, Steve.
I'm scared of her. Shut
you
up.
wish I would. You
Well,
wish I would.
Nowhere visible, please, because I bruise easily. But go ahead, TJ.
Just TJ.
Bye, guys.
It's a Facebook. It's a YouTube channel. It's TJ Tuttle TUTTLE. I did some Bloodborne videos and stuff. I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm just trying to drum up some support for it. See if anybody wanted me to keep doing it.
Okay. Well, anybody else? Like I said, anybody ever you hear anything about NonSequitur? You hear anything about GDC, Great Debate Community, or Rape Apologetics? Point to this video and the last video and the one on Defango's channel, Defango versus Unirock. We've got to move on eventually, and all these people do is want to talk and shit and lie. And how much more can we do to tell people? My position is going to be going forward. Either believe me or don't. If you don't, do one of two things: stay out of my way, or do your own thing. I don't give a fuck. It's just I'm not here to appease everybody, and I'm not going to try to appease everybody. But if you believe me and you're an honest person, you're more than welcome to come around and be part of the community. And we have fun, and we have a lot of things planned. Atheist Edge, I'm doing stuff with. I got some 4 videos coming out there with them. I got Reasons to Believe coming up. Trying to get the Non-Sequitur show back. So we're gonna be moving forward bigger and better than ever, hopefully. But the people that want to stick around, great. The people that don't and that want to just worry about this other trivial bullshit, you know what? Don't waste my time any longer. And don't waste my friends' time, because you're not going to get the reactions you want. We've already explained it a million times. And now that I've showed the videos, the emails and the correspondence, I have nothing else to say on the matter, because you all were wrong about these people that would talk about the case. Every one of those people that didn't see the emails and the people that said, I was lying or was about this, guess what? You all were wrong. I want to see how many of them actually admit to it and actually go, you know what? Steve was right the entire time. Steve didn't try to do anything illegal or unethical or hide funds or do anything, against medical or VA or tax evasion. I want to see if anybody actually apologizes. I probably won't accept it from most people, but I'm curious. We'll see. But anyways,
I can't wait to see all the people saying that those emails are just Reds' CGI.
Somebody already started. Well, that's not really emails. That's Hangout stuff. I'm like, oh, shut up. That's just dumb. I mean, all right, guys. We'll see you later on, and good night.
Cheers. Getting out now.
Yeah, I gotta finish my food. Yeah, I gotta finish my food. All right, ended everything. All right, guys. Thank you.